now. Yeah, everybody refresh.
Oh, I see. I see. I'll be back for this. Just need to grab snacks. What is this? That's not cool.
I can mute the mic, huh?
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
you
There's a button
dickhead.
on it. The red light. You dickhead. Oh fuck, we're old boys.
Yo, we are. We really are.
This is a long ass friendship.
Like, when I be thinking about this shit all the damn time, like, I'm like, damn, when the fuck I made this motherfucker? Oh, 09? Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's nuts.
This is
It feels longer.
crazy. Bro, does it? Does it actually
Yeah.
feel longer?
Yeah.
Where the fuck were you in 08?
Shit, I don't know. Probably jerking
Exact-
off and buying very expensive tech for no reason as a kid. I was a kid, so it's cool to say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got a point, bro. When I was back then, I was broke as shit. I'm still broke. I'm not broke as shit. I like to say I'm broke as shit though, so I don't like go out and spend my money on dumb
Right.
shit though.
You gotta like reverse psychology your own self.
Facts. I'm like, yo, I can afford this, but I can't afford two of this, so I'm just not gonna get any. Bet.
Right. Where'd Laser go?
Fucking beats
The
me.
fuck if you know. Okay, gotcha.
this motherfucker. This motherfucker. Like, yo, I've been trying to do this shit for what, like, this is like the third week attempt.
Yeah, third weekend. I think the first one was definitely my fault. The second one very well may have been my fault as well. I don't know. You say it, and if it
Bro.
isn't, then I'll take responsibility.
There's no responsibility, there's no blame to be held, bro. I told you this shit earlier, bro. This is a group effort, and this is the core of the group that I wanted, right? When Langston and Davon get in here, they're just gonna be accessories, and it's gonna be hilarious because they're just two great individuals. And then later on, when my cousin stops working in DC and gets back home, might add him in here too because he's also a great accessory to conversation.
But
But
so I know a bit of Lang. It's cool to call him Lang. Does he have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
problem with that? But the other dude, I'm unfamiliar with. So can you give me a quick rundown?
of Davon, actually, you've definitely played with Davon before back in like
Old school?
like our Modern Warfare 2 days.
Mm.
But I went to high school with him. Just it's one of the homies. I think he's about like what 28, 29, living in
Oh, he's
Delaware right
around your
now.
age.
He's older than me. When I was a freshman, he was a
Oh,
senior. Remember, I'm
right.
20. Remember, I'm
He's Laser's
25,
age.
bro. Yeah, he's like Laser's age.
You're 25? too?
Yes, I'm 25.
Oh man, I don't know why, and I think I might have told you this before. I always thought Laser was the baby out of us.
Yo, it's all about how you carry yourself.
That's true. Is it too easy to tell that I'm the old fuck?
No, it's not. It's not easy to tell, but it's. I'm not gonna say it's quite obvious, but
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate your discretion.
Oh shit.
Okay, and what about Lang? Is he an
Langston.
old fuck or is he a young fuck?
Yeah, I think he's about like 28, 29. Also living in Delaware. Also went to high school with him, and he just has a personality that messes with ours.
Cool.
MMA fighter. Well, aspiring MMA fighter, trainer.
Oh, that's what's
weightlifter.
up. He knows
Yeah.
how to kick ass.
Oh yeah, he'll fuck you up.
Oh.
He'll fuck you up.
All right. Ain't gonna fuck me up, but all right.
Shit.
Hey man, I'm from New York, but I didn't pick up on their policies. I'm strapped.
Oh, you did all this
You know-
training? That's cute. I'll just shoot you.
Right. All right.
Oh, you bench 405? Let's see what his 40 say. Let me stop. All right. Yeah.
I'm fucking around, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not about being strapped. About shooting a friend.
Oh, obviously. You know, shoot him in Grand Theft Auto.
What?
You would shoot them in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, I don't know why I heard you say shoot immigrant and then nothing after that. I'm like, no, we're not doing that either. We're not doing that either. I'm deaf.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I guess I'll start my introduction. Welcome to the Broken Table Podcast, episode 1. My name is T.A. Williams 12. My real name is Terrence, so you're probably gonna hear me be called Terrence on this a lot. And a lot of people call me Titties. And yeah, I'm 25 and I play a lot of video games, and I've been having a little bit of success with motherfuckers just hearing me talk, because apparently y'all like hearing me talk. So I hate talking to myself, so I'm brought the homies that I normally talk to, and it's the homies that I have the best conversations with. So hopefully you guys can have fun with some of these conversations that we're going to be having every once in a while, right? So without further ado, Justin, you can take the floor.
I've never been any good at the intro bullshit ever since like grade school, so I'll keep my shit short and sweet. I'm Just. You can call me Justin. You can call me Just. Whatever. I also stream. As far as my vanilla job, I flip burgers, vegan ones, in case anybody's wondering. And I stream Final Fantasy 14, occasionally Division, and I rant a lot. So if you like looking at bald, bearded fucks talk about video games and exercise and vitamins and bullshit, then I don't know. I'll link my shit maybe in the chat, or T could talk about it afterwards.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely here to plug all of us.
Yeah. This ain't a business move for me. You my homie, like real shit.
Oh, yeah. Of course not. I'm not out here trying to fucking. Just out here creating content, having fun.
Right. Yeah. I enjoy streaming. I started doing it a few years ago, and initially I wasn't really taking it that serious, and then I guess one day I just woke up and I was super fed up with a 9 to 5, and I was like, all right, first of all, this is corny. I'm getting out of here. And second of all, let me like start doing some production bullshit so that way I have a portfolio, so I can go back and say, yeah, this is what I was streaming before and it was really shit and nobody watched me, and this is what I do now, and the production is a lot better and I take it a lot more serious. And so that was my initial thought, like starting Twitch, and it seems to be working out for me. The growth is like still super slow, which is fine. I'm like willing to put in the work, but like exponentially better than what it was when I initially started, and that's all I really care about. Like, that's what's up. So yeah,
Okay.
That's my intro.
Well, until Laser gets back, I guess.
All right.
Shit.
I'm here. So
Laser is back. Laser, do your
yeah,
intro.
I've been listening to you guys the entire time. Like the mic's been muted. I made food. Like I'm just vibing.
But
Like it's good to just sit back and listen to the homies talk. Without me feeling like I'm constantly still in the show. And I guess I'll do my intro on that note. So, my name is Omni Laser Claw, the one and the only. Where to start? Yeah. So, my first name is Contarius, and this will be the first and probably the last time I actually say it on stream. But I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Born, raised, currently serving in the armed service. For those who have either been in my stream or seen me mention it in T's stream. What else? I mean, honestly, I'm just here because for whatever reason, excuse me, got a burp. But I guess I'm just here because honestly, I feel like I'm a boring person. I don't understand like people's infatuation with bringing me into the fold. But I'm just here for the homies. Kind of like just said, I'm not really here for any business ties or anything like that. I'm just here to talk and just vibe. So I feel like I'm kind of the one I'm the homie that comes up with the stories. Like if you need somebody to pull up with some stories, I guess I'm that type of homie. So yeah, that's my intro.
all right, hold on, wait. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
My mic was it wasn't saying it was picking up for a second. I was getting kind of weird. So Laser, let's stop downplaying yourself here. You are one of the homies, right? And you're not just here to be a filler. You have great input and insight on topics that we talk about every day, and you normally have a different way of thinking than me and Justin, right?
Facts.
And so it's great to have the other side of the table. Like, why do we call this broken table anyway? Let me
Right,
try
let's
to
get to it.
make a random story for this because I don't even remember where this came from, right? But I saw it, it stuck in my head, and we're gonna keep it, right? And so, like, well, obviously with
So
the table, there's multiple sides of the table, right? And obviously you're gonna have like me, Justin on one side, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be on the other side. But we're gonna come together, right? Normally somewhere in the middle and bond on something, and or we're gonna debate about this shit until we can understand each side. You feel me? That's how I see it, at least.
so that was the other big thing. Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So T asked in chat, a title for it, and so I guess this is where I'm gonna go on a journey through my thought process because honestly, I feel like tables like are overrated. If you really think about it, every historic moment in history, there was a round table, there was some type of table, right? So where the broken table comes from, and this is kind of maybe the lore of the table. We don't know where the broken table came from. It could have came from ancient Mesopotamia. It could have been the first table ever made. It could have been stone. We don't know. We just know the table split in half, and then some real niggas showed up, pulled up a chair to the table, and basically that's just been it. And the reason why it's a broken table podcast is because you shouldn't be paying attention to the table. You should be paying attention to the gentlemen sitting around the table in their chairs, kicking it up and just freestyling about life. So that to me is like where I came up, with my thought process, my perspective of the broken table. Because the real ones are gonna pick up, what's being said, and the ones who ain't are gonna just keep their attention on why the table's broken. Keep their attention on why the table's broken.
Keep going, Laser.
What do you mean? I was done.
Oh,
I'm looking at chat right now.
oh, bet. Yeah, I thought when you stopped because Langston was echoing a little bit. Yeah, Langston, mute the stream, bitch. Let me stop. All right.
He did it. He admitted it. It was good, Lang.
Wait, what's ladies talking about?
The broken table name of this.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, I'm
what?
talking about
I
the
thought it was
official
because
name
the
of the
whole-
podcast.
I thought it was because of the conversation. I asked in the last podcast you had, because what the fuck was it?
It was me
That
and
was her
it was
damn
me,
name.
Joy, and other people.
It was no, the reason we had the broken table thing because that one lady from Wild 'N Out was talking about what do men bring to the table. Did you forget that?
All right,
Bro,
Langston's
completely
about
forgot
to
that.
segue into a different type of perspective.
Uh-huh.
You can take this as whatever, but no, that's not my reasoning. But let's go there. Keep talking, Langston.
I thought that was the reason why we called it that.
I have no idea.
One chick, what the hell is her name from Wild 'N Out? Simone is something.
Simone
Whatever.
Richards.
That's a porn
Or is
star.
that
We're
a porn
not getting to that. We're not getting to that. Yo, clear your browser history, Justin. What we doing? What we doing?
Right.
What we doing? You exposing the whole. God damn! Black chick from Wild 'N Out.
Yo, dog, we are on the internet, dog.
Right?
But no. We coming with the edgy content, but keep going.
Now she was like, she made a Twitter video about like what do men bring to the table? And some lady was like, I am the table. Oh no, my bad. I said that completely wrong. I articulated it wrong. She was like, what do women bring to the table? She was like, I am the table. I'm pretty much the prize. I bring myself, and the men are the providers, and so forth and so on. and she got a bunch of flack for it. And I think Zeus was in here in the chat or some shit like that. She was like, "All right, reading your chat just fucked me up for a second."
You told me what the fuck?
It's like, fuck it, I'll break the goddamn table. I thought that was the reason for it.
Bro, when I know that was like a month ago, and I totally forgot. But now we're here. We can, yeah, y'all can.
I came in the right time then.
So yeah, so all right, guys, this is Langston. Actually, no, what the fuck? Why? I'm not about to give you your own introduction, Langston. Give you a little introduction because we're on episode 1.
Intro yourself, little nigga.
I'm nobody. I'm a spectator. I'm chilling. Nah, my name is Langston. I know Laser and Terrence. I just met about like a month ago, as far as talking on in the chat. I don't really, I'm not a streamer like that. Just everyday nigga. Not much to it.
Everyday nigga that be Tinder swiping heavy.
Hey, chill out. Mind your business.
Man, I gave you a better intro than what the fuck you just gave yourself. All right, that's fine.
I'm a secretive guy. I'm like to myself guy. I don't really put myself out there too much. That's the reason why I don't talk about what I do. For the most part.
All right, I respect it. So
That's why we got a podcast, and now we're gonna talk about what you do.
That's not
Right.
coming. That Laser said that, not me. I'm gonna
Right.
mind my damn business. I heard you do jujitsu or some shit. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, like I trained fighters and I amateur fought for about 3 years.
That's what's up, man. That's cool. My pops used to do Golden Gloves boxing in Puerto Rico. So
Oh, dope.
yeah,
And just said if you get out of line, he got a Glock for you too.
yeah, I did say that. I'm not. Instead, I don't know. No, wait. Let me get some
See, these
context.
niggas thought I was
It makes
Context.
sense. It makes sense because Terrence is the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight him to shoot your ass.
Terrence said he
Everyone
will
says-
fuck you up, and I was like, okay. And I was like, wait, hold up, you're not gonna fuck me up because I will shoot. But I'm just saying, like, all right, I get.
Bullets don't need to get out of armbar. They just, you know what I mean? Bullets don't need to duck, dodge, or nothing like that.
Right.
Whew. All right, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
So that was
They're trying to set me up for failure. I'm not backpedaling, bro. I'm not doing this.
Nah, dog, I ain't trying to set you up with anything. We're here talking. That's the point of the table, is for us to talk, joke, kick it, just give different perspective. Answer questions.
yeah,
and
there's
shit.
gonna be a lot of
Damn,
it.
why the fuck I got a burp?
There's gonna be a lot of different perspectives, depending on how deep we get into some shit.
Yeah. So
But I do want to circle back to what T said about me. So like,
Alright.
it's not that I don't sell myself short on my intro. It's more so like I'm kind of leaving it up to people to kind of like the audience to kind of tell the type of person I am. I don't want to be braggadocious and like just talk about my credibility and the accolades and all that. Like when it's time to plug in, you best believe I'm gonna plug in. But like as far as the intro, I don't need to be overzealous or anything. Like they'll eventually get that content as they pull up.
all right, I got you. But it's all about first impressions. You feel me? Our first time. Well, it's not your first time on my stream. Neither. All three of y'all. It's not the first time y'all been either in my stream, us playing together, or in chat, right? But this is y'all. You said y'all first time like talking like Well, I'm not gonna say formally, but directly to chat versus like just me hanging out and playing games and whatnot. And this is gonna be our foundation. You feel me?
That's always like the weird, like talking about yourself. Like you could always talk about someone else, like structurally, but like when you talk about yourself, like I don't know, I don't be doing shit like that.
Because you don't pay attention to yourself as much as you
Yeah.
pay attention to other people, and it do be like that. But now that we're here, now that we're kicking, what's our first topic
Yeah,
gonna be?
I guess the first I kind of gonna kick it off. So I guess for the listeners, the casual listeners that don't really know, like how did each of us kind of meet each other? I know we kind of like talked about it earlier as far as but like I mean I've known you since I was 15. I'm 28 years old. So you were like 12 then, and I've known just. I feel like around that time, maybe a little bit later,
Yeah,
a little bit
tiny
later,
bit later.
All right.
because like the Halo days.
Cause I got the good memory here. Let me throw it back, right? So I met Laser in a public match on Halo 3 back in like 2008, I believe. I was in the 8th grade,
God damn, you got the good memory because I don't
living
remember that.
yeah, living with my dad in Delaware. I lived with my dad for 1 year from my 8th grade year. I was at Italian middle school up in Wilmington, Delaware, and I met Laser in a public match playing Halo. I think I was doing like duos. I think I was running duos trying to rank up, and then I ran out of Laser, and then we just clicked.
Actually, I do fucking remember now. Yeah, we was
Yeah.
in
Halo
we
3
was-
duos.
it was Halo 3 duos. I do remember that because we was running ranked, and
Yeah.
I think I ended up partnering up with you through
Yeah.
the matchmaking system.
Yeah, just
And we
randomly
was
through
just running
matchmaking.
games after that.
Yeah, that's how I met a lot
that's
of you
crazy.
motherfuckers, by the way. And then I met Justin through Laser because I think Laser knew like Keith and them.
Yeah.
And then
No, you didn't meet me through Keith. I met you on Halo first.
no. I met you.
Yeah.
I met you through that whole group because
No, I was talking about Laser.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I met.
Just we met differently. Like we met I want to say we met through custom games.
Yeah, it was definitely at custom games. Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
where.
because back then everybody was doing custom games, like random stuff, and
Right.
I know that was back when I was with Scoops and running with them. But I think what ended up happening was I ended up matchmaking with Keith and them, and then afterwards we ran like some rank. Like I partnered up with them, we ran some rank, and then they were like, "Yeah, we were about to do some custom games on Coag," and then Coag was basically like the hot spot for everybody to pull up. So I think that's when you pulled up to Coag and like, everybody else pulled up, and then we was just playing games.
All right, I'm about to tell you some shit that you probably didn't know. I knew Landon before I knew y'all, because I remember playing Landon. I remember playing Landon. I remember playing Rainbow Six. What was it? Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah, that was like I was around the Vegas
Before
time.
I was even getting heavy into Halo customs, and so I probably met y'all through him, not through Keith
Probably.
and Frank and them.
Probably.
It's a strong possibility because I've known Lance since I was like 10.
Yeah, which is nuts. Yeah, I
Yeah,
still call him Fat Man Two Scoops, even though he's not Fat Man Two Scoops anymore. He's Skinny Man Two Scoops.
Skinny man.
Everybody
Shouts out
in
to
like
Landon.
my Xbox tree family, I met Landon first, and I met him through a big team battle in Halo 2 when I was like 10.
Yo, big team. That's mad funny. Off bar real quick. I met Kerfuffle through Big Team Battle. Also, I met him before I met you, Laser, and it was crazy because he was playing with his older brother, and he was player 2. Like you can have a guest, and so he was
Yeah.
the one that had the mic. His brother didn't. And yeah, that was probably like a year, maybe a year and a half before I even met you. And then let's explain how I met Langston. I didn't even meet him in school, but I met him through friends in my high school, my freshman year of high school in Delaware. And
I didn't even know you went to the same school until after I was out of school.
yeah, facts.
We saw each other in passing, probably didn't know who the hell we were.
Facts. Yo, it'd be like that when you just be playing games, like. What is reality?
Yeah, my memory's bad. I don't really remember when me and Langston crossed paths in the universe. I know it was definitely through like T and everything, but honestly, I don't really remember.
Yo, it'd be like
You were
that.
playing something. It wasn't Apex. I know it was something before that.
It was
What were you
probably
playing
Call
before?
of Duty. It was 10,000% Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
It probably was Call of Duty.
I'd like to recall the first time I met Lang. Yo, what's good, Lang? I'm just.
So yo, dab me up real quick. Yo, dab me the fuck up,
You
bro.
feel me? Good, bro. And there it is.
And there it is.
That's kind of crazy. Dang, cause that probably was before I retired from Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
met some homies in Call of Duty, which is kind of crazy because like so many people want me to like play Warzone and things like that, just like people I work with and stuff, and I just gotta explain to them that like I'm retired, and even if I come out of retirement, there's like a whole like group of the family that still play Call of Duty that like is gonna send me an invite the
Has
moment
priority.
that game gets downloaded. Yeah.
Retired laser.
Yeah, man. I haven't touched Call of Duty since the start of Black Ops 3.
I can
Oh,
give him that. He take that shit seriously. I ain't gonna lie. That's like, yo, when he said shit like, I'm like, what are you talking? Nah, you right. You got it.
Yeah,
You
you
got it.
got it. You
oh
got it.
no, is
I
that
don't
a
even
He
fact?
question
puts time. He puts time in. Whatever shit he playing, he puts time in.
And it's not because like I can't play, it's just I got bored of it.
Yeah. I stopped playing Call of Duty when they started introducing all that jumping bullshit.
that shit been gone, by the way.
Like it's
Oh yeah, I
literally the
heard.
same game it was like 15 years ago. I mean,
Did they?
Warzone is different,
Yeah, Warzone
but
was
Now
like
his heartbeat sensors and
whatever
fucking sniping.
RB
you're just
sensors and
running
sniping.
around the map swapping spawns. The game hasn't changed.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll
and
be honest.
that's why I retired.
That's what made me like feel like it was so easy to leave Xbox. I'm like, all right, what do we play? Call of Duty and 2K. Anything else? No. Nobody plays Forza. Nobody plays any like the cool RPGs that like I know Xbox had in the 360 days they had like two, but they were dope. Nobody plays anything else. But all right, cool. I'm off this. I love y'all, but I'm off this.
Hey, it be like that. I ain't mad
Yeah,
at
and
you.
then my path in life just started going different directions and places. So it was just like it was just easier for me to just kind of disappear from the scene a little bit.
All right, but fuck all these intros, yo. Real quick, Laser, how about you? How about you continue talking? What was you talking in the chat? What was the last thing that you said? You wanted us to ponder on? It was good. It was good. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know what he's referring to.
All right,
How do
say
you
it.
know? Yeah,
Say it.
yeah, yeah. Laser knows. Laser knows.
My shit
I
just like
know.
went out and
Mar-
then
Mar-
I didn't
March
hear
10th.
it.
Sheesh. Let's go.
Laser asked the question. How do you know How do you know you give good dick?
Oh God.
Oh,
No, no.
oh, my
I'm gonna be
man.
honest with
Oh,
you.
he's pulling up from downtown.
So hold
He's
up. I'm
just
gonna be
doing that
honest with
off
you.
rip.
I have no real intention to answer that question because that's not really for me to decide. But really, I want to pose. Where do you get these fucking questions, Laser?
When you
All
smack
right,
her in
all
the face
right,
with
all
it, she
right, all
smiles
right,
at
all
you. That's how
right.
you
Boom,
know.
boom, boom. This is
I'm done. I'm
this is
done.
the interesting perspective that like T was serving you guys or whatever. So I'm gonna give you guys like my thought process and things like that, right? So as a young adolescent male, right? You coming up in the world, you basically just lost your V card at this point. Like for me, it was kind of like I think I did a good job, but I don't really know if I did a good job. So I was just happy that I lost my V card. That's late. And then as I continue to court women and things like that, you know, we we get intimate or whatever. We have sex again, and then you kind of leave. You leave with no feedback generally. Like if you're a male, you don't really get feedback. So for a large portion of my adult life, you often hear like women have a credit report for guys of whether or not they give good or bad sex. So that took me to the question of, well, how do I check my credit report? If all the women are keeping the credit report like in their circles and they don't really tell you of, truthfully of like whether or not you give good or bad sex, then how do you as a man know you out here slinging good wood? And that's why I posed the question, like, how do you know? Because I have ideas now that I'm 28 years old and I've been down some blocks. Like I have an idea of like the signs that women give me to let me know, like, yeah, like I'm serving heat in these streets. But to the adolescent male, they don't, fuck do they know? You know, so that's why I asked.
So I set up a Yelp page, right? And then afterwards, I send them the link to my Yelp page, and so they can fill out this questionnaire and leave a review.
Nah, send us that Yelp page.
Nah, I don't actually have a fucking Yelp page, but that's the. In all
I
actuality,
believe that for a second.
No, there was actually
That
some.
sounds,
if you
that sounds like
believe
some
that,
shit you would do.
There was definitely some shit on Twitter a few years back about Dick Yelp.
That's something
Y'all
I
remember
expect
that?
a white man to do.
yeah, I do remember that. That's
Dick
exactly
Yelp
why I
was
said it.
funny, man.
That shit was hilarious.
They had Joe Budden's ass on that. Yeah,
That's-
that was fucking fantastic.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, Lang is around your age, right? You guys are all like similarly aged, except for T. who's
Lane, you like
24.
what, 30, 31?
Nigga, I'm 28.
All right, so Lang.
Don't
Yeah,
make me
you-
older than I am.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all the old wisdom since I'm 31. In my experience, just ask. I don't
Facts.
really know how to talk to the youth, right? So, if your concern is I got a woman who's probably not going to give me a truthful answer, then number one, why are you asking her anyway? Who cares? And number two, maybe you picking the wrong. I won't say broads, but maybe you picking the wrong women.
Say it.
Say it.
Nah, yo, man.
Aight.
I'm trying to be wholesome.
Faux show.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I don't think I have a dick yet, but I'm not gonna lie on my shit and say it's probably fire, 10 out of 10 every single time. Because sometimes you just be lazy. You just want to, you feel me? But like, communicate with your person or with your temporary person, whatever it is. I think that's a very important part about being an adult is knowing how to communicate efficiently. And if you fucking with an adult, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that back. If you fucking with an immature person, then you wasting your time anyway. Why are you asking that question?
Facts.
Alright, so Justice coming from the perspective of a man with some class and as a gentleman. So as a savage, I'm gonna give y'all the savage perspective. I'm gonna give you the perspective of the
Wait,
wolf,
wait. Before you
the dude
before you go north to my south, why don't we hear maybe a position that's in between?
Langston?
You think that's me?
Go ahead. He cut off the savage, so go ahead and slice it up.
I already gave my answers.
To be honest, even though that's really the right answer, you just ask her. I usually just try to be communicative to my partner. Like, yo, if I'm doing bad or some shit, just tell me, because you're not gonna get what you want if I'm doing bad and you don't get satisfied. Then we're wasting fucking time. Cause you be assured I'm gonna tell you what you're doing bad. Hey, too much teeth. You need to back the fuck up.
Right. It's very simple.
You hold my dick like the police. Like, I feel attacked.
Wait a minute, the police? Why are they
Don't
grabbing
show-
it?
Why is she grabbing me like that?
Uh,
I owe her
Alright.
money.
all right, laser.
So for the gentleman
Wait.
out there that like,
Wait, before you give your savage take, I have a question. Is your question towards a woman that you care about or just a thought? Yeah, right.
hey man, see.
I was gonna say random guy.
See, this
Damn.
is you just open up
They have
Pandora's box.
names.
It's open general. Like,
I mean, but
Like, it could-
really, it's different because if you're not talking to somebody who you really intend on making happy and making sure that they're satisfied, then why are you even asking that question?
Yeah,
to somebody
you would
Facts.
care.
because
Right.
it's an internal question you ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously for the men out there that have girlfriends, they can get that feedback. But if you're the hunter that's going to the bars, you're
Well, Liz, why do you
picking
care?
up the women.
Why are you
Why do
hunting
you
later?
care?
It's
Why do you care?
again,
Right.
this isn't for me. This is for the audience. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking kind of to the audience.
Fuck the
in a sense
audience.
of, like the
audience,
the
you
people,
fuck-
the people that are going to the bars. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
the
They're
people. This is
hooking
for
up with
us.
the lass. And cause all right, so let me be 100 with y'all. I know I give good dick. I'm just gonna let y'all know this. I know I give good dick because
I give
I'm
mediocre.
out here
I'm
making
okay with that.
these. I'm out here making these women tap out. Like, and after I make them tap out, they cook. They cook for me. You feel me? Like,
This motherfucker,
I got
dog.
women out here buying me shit. Like, if I wasn't slinging good wood, I mean, they probably would still buy me stuff. But it's the energy I get. It's the hey, the next day text that I get. It's it's the little things. Cause I've had a circumstance where my performance wasn't as great, and the energy afterwards, the like because I knew it wasn't great, I was the one to kind of engage. The feedback was, mm,
As expected.
don't talk to me. That was the energy I got. So it was like, oh, she don't want anything to do with me anymore. Like, dang,
I have a
like that's kind
I
of
have a
cold.
I have a pivotal question for you, Lazen.
What's up?
Um, so I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna accuse you of being a trick, but there's a thing. There's a thing such as tricking, right? Whereas if you got something that they want, men, women, whatever. I'm sure both sexes do it.
Jesus Christ.
But if you got something that they want, then they're gonna be nice to you. They're gonna hook it up. They're gonna do whatever it takes. So how can you be sure, especially since it don't sound like you are betting uh, amicable women candidates for long-term relevancy? How can you be sure that it's actually your credit score, your street credit score, that's got them texting you the next day, or if they are just using you as a trick?
All right, so let me straighten something out. Like, women that I consider courting and wedding, I'm not sleeping with them. I don't have sex with those women. That's
Wait,
just
what?
me. Like, yeah, I don't have sex with those women. Like, if I and this is just me, this is laser. If I am considering like you for marriage, I am like I'm holding that portion of the relationship for marriage. Like, I'm not trying to test the car before I buy it. Like, I'm out here just trying to buy the car.
Why?
But but at the same time, if with that logic, the chicks that I do sleep with, it's no strings attached. Is I'm not there looking for the long-term relationship. I'm just there for the it is what it is, and I move on. Like that's it. Like, I got nothing else to say. But that's just me and my frame and how I be moving.
Yo, Laser, let me tell you something. Again, from old man perspective, you can do what you want, but a word of wisdom: test the fucking car. Please. Sometimes that shit look good on the outside, and then you turn around and it don't run.
I don't buy shoes unless I try them on first.
Facts.
I gotta test
Uh,
drive a car.
nah,
bro.
man, I like to buy the shoes
Yeah,
because
buy
I'm
the
not
shoes.
marrying her for the sex. I'm marrying her
No,
for her
but
personality. I'm marrying her because
okay.
I actually like her.
But
What
I
if
know
if
that's crazy, right?
intimacy is
no,
you
it's
gotta?
not crazy. It's
That's a part of
fantastic.
you do that. You do that.
No, no, no. So, but
Like that
if
might
if
sound like a fantasy, but yeah, like what I look for in the partner. Okay, she's attractive. Cool. What else? What else? What else can she do besides look attractive? You know? Like, what else is like if a woman come and she helps me with the groceries or whatever, all right, that's a plus. You feel me? Like, that's cool. She's considerate. Now I know she's considerate. Like, there's a checklist of things that I look for in a woman, and honestly, sex isn't on that checklist. I'm being real with you.
Okay.
Sex is not on that checklist.
All right, all right, all right, all right. I hear you. I hear you. I loud and clear and shit, right? But hear us out here, right?
But that's also probably
Intimacy
why
is
most of
intimacy is a big
my
thing.
past relationships have failed. So
No, no, no,
what
no,
the
no.
fuck do I know?
Let's don't be super fucking ultimative here, right? When you commit to a long-term thing with an individual, right? Every once in a while, you're gonna want to have sex, Obviously, right? It's human nature. There's no way around it, right? If you are unknowing, like if you don't know what you're getting into with that person, right? How are you going to enjoy having that intimacy with that person? You feel me? Like if you're gonna commit yourself for the rest of your life to only have sex with this one individual, but you don't enjoy having sex with this individual, but they probably enjoy it with you, what are you gonna do? Sounds like you're just like stuck. Like you're just trapped.
You beat lasers out here signing contracts before reading the fine print.
Facts.
Sound like 360 videos of me.
And
Hey,
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying
but that's-
I don't believe that sex is the biggest issue on the table. But you guys have to, like, before you even get to know somebody's personality, you have to at least visually a little bit be attracted to somebody.
Facts.
I'm not the type of dude that goes solely based off of looks, but like they have to be pretty to you at least, right? Before
Facts.
anything else happens. So like
There are a lot of unattractive
but at
girls
the
and big
same
girls that
time-
have a cool ass personality. You still
Right,
have to be
but-
attracted to them.
right, exactly.
But at the same time, I'm more of a so for me, and I tell that to people now, like I'm a sapiosexual. So for me, when it comes to meeting women, I'm like, it's kind of how do you stimulate my mind? Like me wanting to have sex with you comes from the conversation. It comes from the just us engaging, talking about stuff. Yes, portion of that is her being attractive, but again, after I see that a woman is attractive, I ask myself, okay, what else? Like what else is there? And if my brain says like I can't see nothing else, I'll tell the chick flat out, like, I'm sorry, I don't want to have sex with you.
Ugh.
That is okay. That's something that is individual to laser. I literally just had to Google what sapiosexual was.
Oh, I see.
Same.
Oh, I thought you said
You
said
ain't the only one.
being funny.
No, I did not know. I legit did not know, and I had to educate myself because that shit went smooth the fuck over my
But
head for a
that's
second.
honestly how I like introduce myself now in this climate. Like I let women know up front.
Yo, what up,
That's how I
Quadier?
am.
How you doing?
What
So
do you guys
that they're
think?
not thinking,
Oh,
oh,
alright,
am I
hold
not
up.
pretty enough? This and that. Because I've had women ask me that, and it's like, no, you're pretty. You're very beautiful.
You're
But
just
at
dumb.
the same time,
But you approach them, right?
yo,
Approach
Josh,
them,
just
I do
right?
not tell them that. No, I
What?
don't say you're dumb. I just say there's other things that we can do.
Yeah.
Like,
We get the other things, but you approach them, right?
what do you mean?
Like when you talk to these women, you go to them, correct?
You're the one that's engaging with them first, is what he's asking.
Right?
I mean, it depends.
You don't see their mind from first engagement. You see their body, you see their face, you see their attractive features. So they have to be attracted to you physically first.
Yeah, and that's what I
still steps
said.
up.
Like that's the first thing I look at is
Yeah,
like,
other things
okay,
is cool.
she's
We
pretty,
all have our
she's attractive,
checklist.
this and that. Yeah, like that's the first check down. That's like the obvious. Like once we get past the obvious, all right, what's up?
What makes you stay is like the mind. I understand that.
Right.
I was trying to get past the whole.
Yeah, cause like I'm not trying to be overzealous, but my time is my time. Like I tell people like the most valuable thing to me is my time. So when I'm in front of a beautiful queen, whatever you want to don her, it's like, all right, you're on Laser's time, you're on Omni's time, you're on Daddy's time. Like, what's up?
Nigga, you not just say that, right?
He did.
I
He
just
did.
did.
He did. He did.
All right,
He did.
cool.
He did.
All right, for sure. For sure.
He smooth slid that in there like.
Daddy.
He just, hey, he's like that. All right, so follow-up questions for you, Laser. Are you still looking for a sugar baby
Pressing
dog?
me with the what are y'all pressing me with the questions for?
Because-
As of right now,
We're talking.
as of right now, I'm not necessarily looking for a sugar baby. I'm just I'm in this weird like good space where just like I'm doing a whole lot of self-love, and it's crazy because like while I'm in this space, I'm meeting a lot of women, and to be honest, it's to the point where I don't even really need to have a sugar baby. Like I'm just meeting women, and it's great.
All right.
But wait, what's that got to do with having a sugar baby? Don't the definition of a sugar baby is like an older woman who's willing to buy you shit?
No.
No, that's
He's
a
looking
cougar.
for yeah, that's a cougar. He's looking for a younger woman that he's willing to buy her shit.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Wait, what? I thought it was the opposite way. I thought it's someone that buys the man shit. Is it the man?
No,
Or
no,
the
no.
woman?
Oh, so
He
you're trying to
he
be a
is
sugar
looking
daddy.
for a sugar. Yeah, he's trying to be a sugar daddy.
How you trying to be a sugar daddy? You're a quarter of a
Oh.
century old.
That don't matter. The
The
fuck?
fuck does that mean?
Wanna know what matters? Your pockets. Hello.
Exactly.
I suppose.
Wait, I'm so confused. You want to pay? I'm so confused now.
yes, Langston. Everything.
But attractiveness is not the thing that sets you apart. I'm so confused now.
Contradiction. Contradiction.
I'm
That's
super
why
confused
I
now.
asked him the
No.
question because
How is that contradiction when I gave y'all the checklist to marry
You just gotta
a
kill some
woman?
runners.
I did
Hold
say
up.
that if I'm not looking to marry the chick, it's no
Yeah.
strings attached. It's just fun for me at that point. So
Is it
like me
consensual?
getting
But you want to pay. 'Cause you
That's
can have
fun.
fun with other. You can have like fun with other women without paying.
Yeah.
yeah, that too. But at the same time, you know, that's one type of fun. And then being a sugar daddy is a different type of fun.
You like the power.
It's,
that's
at
what
the
that
end of the
shit is.
day, it's all fun.
You like the
When
power.
when
that's
Laser
what that
wants
shit
to go outside and play, Laser's gonna go outside and play, and Laser's gonna look at how much disposable income he got in his wallet, and Laser's gonna find one of these like nice little baddies or whatever, and be like, "Yo, you trying to get $50? What's up?" Like I don't understand what the problem is.
All right.
Because
I'm gonna just.
attractiveness is not the factor in this. Like, yo, if I'm gonna pay for a girl, she gotta be like 8, 9, 10. She gotta be a bomb. Like she has to be a trophy wife. She has to be shoulder candy. She needs to be
Right.
looking good. If I'm paying for her time, that's essentially what you're doing.
Right. You're a
Paying
trick.
for her
That's a
time.
trick.
And
That's
Langston,
tricking.
Langston, but that's your perspective. Like that's if that's what you into, that's what you into. I'm not like into that. Like with me, I got a lot of operations going. You know,
Yeah.
with Star Globe
You're
Industries and a
you're
lot of
established
things.
man. That's what threw me off.
So-
You're an established man.
So a lot of that comes from like if I got a bomb, you know, chick or whatever that is my sugar baby and things like that, I may not ask her for anything like, you know, sexual whatever. But if I also know I got an operation going on where I can plug her in and use her as a social influencer, you know, like
This she has to be attractive.
Depends on like just
We can take an hour looking at social media influencers, quote unquote influencers, movers and shakers. They all have some type of attractiveness. Even big girls, even some of the disabled, if they have problems, they have some level of attractiveness.
Right.
Why are you stuck on the attractiveness? I already said the attractiveness is the obvious.
Cause you brushed it past, that's what throwing me off, dog. It's because you act like it doesn't matter, so it's throwing me the fuck off. You know me, man.
You don't mean that.
What do you mean? Like
You
at
brush it off
at
like, yeah,
this
like, it's
age
cool, but
that
it's not
I'm
cool.
at, I know what I like.
I got you.
You feel me? So for me to dance around and be like, oh, you know, I don't date ugly women, I don't date fat girls. Yo, I'm not gonna tell on myself, but like the big girls, I fuck with the big girls.
I'm
Yo,
telling myself,
yeah,
nigga.
big girls are dope.
I was
The
with the big girl movement
You
since
feel
I was
me?
like
And,
16.
and
Don't
the
discriminate.
big
We all-
girls
we-
ain't
I'm
necessarily
all
like
for
a
that.
bomb chick. Like
Yeah.
My dick believes in equal opportunity. So I think we're all on that, dog.
And my
so
heart.
just to
And
say
my heart.
attractiveness and all that might maybe why it sounds contradictory, because it's just like attractiveness to me is also confidence.
Okay.
There's attractiveness and confidence. I think that's to me, the biggest, besides being sapiosexual, the biggest turn on that a woman can give me is her confidence. If a woman step to me and be like, "Yo, I will suck your dick at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Be outside my house." I'm rock hard. I'm there. Like I'm like, okay, yes, ma'am. You feel me? Like that's
How
attractive to me.
how is that confidence? That's just assertiveness. She's just telling you
Yeah,
what to do.
But there
you're
is
a
some
grown
confidence
woman
and
in this year.
assertiveness.
Because some of these girls, nigga, you just ask just general questions and they don't know how to answer, which is annoying as shit.
But being timid, being shy, being like, oh, I don't know. I'm a closet freak. I don't know. All right, whatever. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
That's it. All right, I see where you come from now. I guess I was sidetracked. Now I see where you come from. I see where you come from.
And
You
text me when you find out.
You like a confident woman that knows the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you put down. I'm picking up what you put down.
But that goes both ways. Like women don't want a timid ass dude either. Well, we're generally speaking, but like for the most part, people are attractive. People are more or less attracted to somebody who looks like they're more confident or like, willing to. Yeah, I guess I don't have to like try to make this shit sound more complicated than it is. If you're confident exudes, is that the right word?
Women like a man. That's what you're trying to get to.
What?
Women like men, not like boys
Right.
that don't know what the fuck they're
Now, like
they
Laser,
want.
the way you're asking that question, like, how do you know if you pull up on Shorty and say, "Yo, you good? You need anything?" and she says a towel and some sleep, then that's how you know. If you pull up and you're like, "Was it good?" you see, like,
Yo, I'm
I'm
never
just
pulling up
saying,
and
like,
saying, was it good? I'm never doing that.
Did you come?
Yo,
If that's how
I
you move
am
it,
never doing
Piss me
that.
off, dog.
And if anybody is out there doing that, that is sick.
oh, somebody's out there doing it,
Yeah,
Laser.
what do you mean?
Somebody's
People are
out there
doing it.
doing it.
facts.
There are people who are
See,
exude.
to
Them
me,
exudes.
that's unbelievable.
Exudes,
Like
right.
that's the shit
People
that
are
like
insecure.
Thank you, T.
Everyone has
blows
like,
my mind.
a little bit of
Like,
insecurity. It happens.
Yeah. Yo, I wouldn't lie and say that was never me. You live and learn. You feel me? You
Yeah.
grow. You come into yourself. That sounds crazy, but I think you know what I mean. Like you become your own man. If you identify as a man, I don't know. 2021 is nuts, but you know what I mean. Like you build your own confidence through your experiences and shit. And for me,
see,
that
Josh, this is why I love you, man. Cause like you're here to give that older male perspective, that father wisdom perspective, and it's just crazy. Cause like it's been years since we talked, and you just haven't changed in that aspect. You're just out here like dropping the gem. So I just want to highlight that.
thank you, man. Yeah. I did a lot of. You two may know. Lang doesn't, and my stream doesn't either. Or T stream doesn't either. Nobody knows who the hell I am. But you guys know that I was with a woman for quite some time, and I'm not with that person anymore. And I learned a lot through being with that person for almost 8 years. Like they were my best friend at one point. They were also my worst enemy because it turns
Yeah,
out that
I
the
know.
people that you love the most are actually the ones who do the most damage to you. Because you
Facts.
don't be expecting this shit. You don't be expecting a knife. I'm not speaking bad on her name. I'm not saying she stabbed me. I'm just saying, we had our differences and that's that.
No,
But
she sized you up and she saw your weaknesses.
Sheesh.
no, she didn't.
I like how you said that, dog.
Sheesh.
But anyway,
You need to calm down.
Sheesh.
well, I mean,
God damn.
just between the three of us, me and her are still like good friends, and we didn't end on the best of terms.
That's
But like
good.
I said,
That's what's popping.
you live and learn, and if you really care about self growth and understanding shit, then I mean, the way that I do it is, first of all, I try to be as transparent as possible with anybody, friend, foe. Sometimes it works to be transparent with your foes too, so you can actually see where like their head is at, so you know actually who's your foe and who's not. Because if you're watching, it's very easy to tell by the way somebody moves. But everything, ladies, friends, whatever, yourself, you be transparent with yourself, and that's how you know where your shortcomings are. And that's how you find out, like what you really need to improve on it and life and shit. And so if you take enough L's consistently in life and you're actually paying attention, then the shit and you're trying to go for self improvement, then the shit just comes naturally. But especially like if you're born rich, or you don't be learning from your L's and shit. You have too many W's, then you never learn. Because when you win, you don't really learn. You just like happy about winning all the fucking time.
When you lose, that shit hurt. When
Yeah,
you
that shit hurt.
lose
So
that first
I
loss,
learned a lot from winning.
Yeah. Okay.
But no. So I just want to like clear something up too. So like the reason why I can say that is because for a portion of that 8 year commitment Justice talking about, like I was there. Like
Yeah.
we were in Xbox Live party many late nights.
Yeah.
Like so I
She was the
know.
homie. She was
Yeah,
part of the squad.
yeah. I know exactly who he's talking about.
Yeah.
So like when I say that is like I'm inserting myself when I say that like it was a moment back then, and it's still great that you can still be in contact with that person today despite like how bad it ended from your eyes.
Yeah.
It's still a good thing because I mean, me looking at like my past relationships, they ended bad, and I am no longer like in contact with those women. I have no idea where they're at in this world. I still wish them the best with whatever they got going on in their journeys and things like that. But like me, I've just moved forward. Like I don't even bring them up. I don't even think about it. Every now and then, thoughts kind of, creep in the old noggin. I just be like, huh, well, I hope she's doing well for herself, and you just move on. But it's kind of crazy how everything's connected with social media. I'm pretty sure I could probably find their Facebook or whatever, but there's no need for me because I've already moved on.
I mean, since we're on the topic of like lost love and learning from your past transgressions, Lang and T, what you got to say about that?
I'm actually cool with all my exes. Like, honest with you, I'm still like friends with them.
Yeah.
I only have like maybe one or two exes that I am not on good terms with. Like even with my wife that I'm going through a divorce with, me and her are still on good terms. And it's just that's just about being an adult, honestly. Like there's in the world that we live in today, I've always had this saying in my head, like everybody eats, right? And I don't have any motivation to like go back and hurt the people that have hurt me. You feel me? Like, I hold grudges. I hold grudges like a motherfucker.
Big
Like,
facts. Same.
yeah. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to fucking take food out of your mouth because at the end of the
Right.
day, everybody gotta eat. You feel me? So like, if I might distance myself. I might opt into not like entertaining like these other people or being in the same space as them. But I'm not gonna do anything like ill. You feel me?
Yeah, that's probably the best path. Like, especially if you could stand being, cordial, not maybe friends, but at the very least cordial with people that you may feel or may have proof that they've done you wrong, and like not stoop down to a level where like you're putting that bad karma out. I'm the type of person that does believe in that shit.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like putting out bad energy. I think that shit does come back to you, and I think that like if you do wrong in life, eventually that shit finds its way back to you. I like 100% believe in that. So that's why I always try to like I said, be transparent, put my best foot forward. I try to be kind to people, but like I was born and raised in New York, so sometimes that hood comes out of me. But like
You
I
gotta
do,
sharpen the
I
Timbs, dog.
right, I do
Sharpen the
try to.
butters.
Yeah, actually, what's crazy? I really only owned two pairs of Tims my whole life. Now that you mention it.
That's hilarious.
The boots, man, they not so comfortable, man. A lot of New Yorkers or people from Brooklyn, they'll lie and say, "Yeah, Tim's are Tim's this and that, whatever." They're not really that comfortable, bro.
So you gotta change
But
the
you get,
insoles, dog. You gotta
but
change the
you get
insoles.
flamed if you pull up in some butters that are not Tim's. They may be like softer on the foot, but not Tim's, and you get flamed for it. So you can't talk about that.
All right. So, Joyce, I got a question for you. So earlier you touched on like wins and losses and things like that, and just learning from your losses. Because I mean, if anybody knows me, like I've been losing my whole life to the point where now like it's just wins. But when it comes to like your love life and things like that, using that old man wisdom you got, what is a win for you? What are you like, your relationship, your next relationship or whatever, what is the win for you to the point that's gonna be like, all right, I can get on one knee at this point? What does that W look like?
Uh, that's a really good question, and I won't pretend like I don't know the answer to it. Um, so I'm currently in a relationship. I'd like to keep this private only for her sake because she's like a very private person. And when it comes to like the social media and shit, she don't really do a lot of it. And she's also very aware that I stream, and she don't want to be in like the public eye like that. So on my stream, I don't really talk about it too much. Every so often, I'll mention her, and I call her my Lee. Her name is Lee. Well, for the
Well,
internet,
just give her an alias.
Lee.
Like you don't have to
That is
use
that is
names.
her
Yeah.
alias, Lee.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
so yeah, we've been together for some years now, about 5 years going on six. Um, and she's a win for me, and she's also a success for me. And it didn't come from um, forcing it or finding a person that was very much like me. If you look at us on paper, we're very, very different. I won't get into too much politics shit, but like she's like probably way more left than most people, and I'm not. I'm not. I don't like consider myself Republican anymore.
Yeah, it was
At one
good,
point,
golly.
I flirted with that side of the aisle, but um, so like there are a lot of things that we don't really have common. She don't like video games as much as I do. Like I said, she's leaning more left. I probably am leaning more right. Um, I'm uh, socially awkward, but like willing to talk to strangers often, and she's not. So like we have a lot of things that are not in common. But why I consider her a win is because she's compassionate, she's kind, and she's willing to communicate and admit when she fucks up. And that's something that I had to learn by looking at people that had a place in my life when they shouldn't have. Looking at people that weren't those things. And I think it takes like a lot of time and certainly paying attention because a lot of people live through life so busy or preoccupied with other shit that they're not actually paying attention to like the company that they keep and the people that they allow in their space and time. And you can't do that because time is your most like valuable asset, and you don't have an infinite amount of it. Like, not that you have an infinite amount of cash either, but like potentially, I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, she's a W for me because, like I said, she's kind, she's considerate, and she's willing to admit her mistakes. And when you have somebody like that, the sky's the limit. Now, it don't mean that it's a perfect relationship. Um, we're still slightly stubborn, so sometimes there's some pushback on certain things. Um, and communication is really key in terms of making sure that your little fights here and there don't turn into something bigger. In my last relationship, I was a bit younger and a bit more hard headed, and I would hold things in all the time, like little things that bother me here and there. They weren't that big of a deal, so I would hold them in. And what that turned into was long term frustration about the same thing over and over and over and over again. And you could look at it two ways. Number one, why are you still doing the same shit since that's been pissing me off since way back when, right? Or you can say, I've never told you that this little thing bothers me. And so, really, whose fault is that? Uh, the answer, objectively, I believe, is that it's both of y'all fault. Number one, you didn't mention it. And number two, if this person really cared about you, they try to change little things here and there. Um, you know, I mean, within reason. So, yeah,
Damn,
I
I got
mean,
tuned the podcast
I'm
for. Why
ranting
you
at this
say
point,
that?
but that's like a W for me. Finding somebody who's kind, compassionate, and like willing to uh, like talk and figure shit out. And the
Yeah, bro, go
person that I
handle your
have
biz.
now, my Lee, she is very willing to do that, and so that's why in my relationship life I'm winning. I'm up and I'm stuck for now. Apparently that's the lingo. So
That's what's up, bro. Like I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, that
Like
sounds great.
that's good. I'm glad you're happy, man.
thanks, man. Yeah, I
The
am.
biggest thing I heard when he said she's willing to admit her mistakes. Can
That's
we get a
that's
round of applause
yeah,
on
that's
that?
huge.
Yeah,
Can we get a round of applause on that? You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I heard
that's
that, like,
huge, man.
it's not many women that would do that at all.
At all. They're just gonna deflect it. They're gonna be like, yo, I
And
heard
I dated
exactly
a
what you
Jewish girl. I know exactly what that
Right.
shit.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah.
nose.
She
And-
didn't admit this shit. So I
Right.
know what that is.
Also,
Yeah, man, it's hard, and it takes
to
a
the
long time
listeners
to
too.
find somebody like that. It
I
definitely
was gonna
took
say
me a
to the
long time.
listeners too, we can take questions as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just in case people in the chat want to ask us stuff, like, yeah, you guys can ask us whatever it is.
But Laser,
Y'all
right
want as
back
well.
at you.
For me, see, I don't like. For me, I don't know the answer to that question because, like, right now, where my heart is at the moment, I'm not necessarily really looking to like. I'm not looking at that as my end game. I'm on a different personal mission that like I don't know if I'm gonna find love. You feel me? But at the same time, that's not really my concern because I've kind of put my interest in other things, as far as like just doing a lot of dope shit in the world, and so that's kind of where I'm at. But I will say that like if it does become a possibility, I just think like whoever I meet is just gonna be doing dope stuff, and they're gonna it's to me it's gonna be a dance. That's kind of how I see it. It's just gonna be a dance, and if I like the dance, good enough, then I might I might consider buying a ring again. But as of right now, it's not. I don't really see a W moment other than that.
You think you're not gonna get married, or you think you're not gonna have companionship? That's two different things. He's like, you're not gonna find love. Love don't mean you're gonna need to get married per se.
Facts.
Yeah.
Honestly, a mix of both. I don't think I'm gonna find love or companionship, but I'm not really looking.
Uh,
Don't
I
don't
really got nothing
everybody
to say
get
to
quiet on us at once.
cause I was trying to think of something to say. To that. I was like, I
Yeah.
had nothing to say to
I
that.
do want to add something, but I don't want to be the only one talking for like huge.
No,
periods of
bro,
time.
talk, bro. It's okay. Like,
It's a
So-
podcast, bro.
Yeah, but so like, what is your opinion on? I won't say settling because, I mean, there's so many people in the world. I don't know
I
if
don't know
you
if people
actually have to.
say that.
yeah, I
No,
hate that.
No. I'm not talking about settling because, like I said, there's so many people on the planet. You ain't really gotta settle if you're interested in like finding somebody that's for you. But
Yeah, that's
uh,
I like that better.
what is your opinion on? What is the word that I'm looking for?
Your friend. You feel me? That one friend that you're not gonna commit
No.
anything to. Is that what you're trying to go
No.
for?
No. It's a word. It's a word that basically means that you're willing to give a little. Like if they give a little, then you'll give a
Compromise?
little. Yes, compromise. There we go.
Ah, okay.
Perfect. Thank you. I don't know why that was eluding me, but what is your? And this is a question to all four of you, all three of you rather. What is your
Compromise
opinion
is
on?
shit. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You like, yeah, like,
I'm
but for
fucking
real,
around.
how do you feel about that?
Wait, is this nigga about to really
I-
Google compromise?
Yeah.
No, nigga, I was googling allude. Hello.
Oh,
Hello. What the fuck?
Yeah, why you exposed it like that? Yeah,
It was on stream. I was just looking at the stream. I'm leaning into the mic. I was about to say something. I just saw it on the stream. Damn.
All right,
I'm not gonna answer that first.
I'll start. Fuck them. All right, so
I'll be stubborn as shit. I ain't gonna lie. So it depends on what it is. Like
Right.
big shit, you need a conversation. Sometimes little shit to be little shit you don't need to be fucking arguing about.
right.
Me currently, I'm not looking for shit. I have zero interest on any relationships for the foreseeable future because I'm just working on myself and like my family, as in like my brothers, my mothers, and my sisters and whatnot. Trying to make sure that because I have two siblings that are about to come out of high school, and then I got like two more that's real close behind them, right? Actually, three more that are real close behind them, and so I want to make sure that they like transfer into the adult world easy, right? By being a lifeline versus trying to look for somebody else like outside of my family that to grow along with, right? So I'm worried about my siblings because the world is so fucking weird right now. And with that being said, unless I find somebody that can seamlessly come into my life and we can make each other better with little to no extra work, that's my compromise point. Like if this person's trying to tell me like, hey, uh I like you, I know you like me as well, but in order for us to have either you or me is gonna have to make a huge life changing decision. Nah, you can just keep it. We can just remain friends, and we'll just roll on from there because I don't see myself giving up anything in my life for another person right now because that's not my priority. My priority is my blood. You feel me? Because that's the outlook I have right now. Yeah.
All right, Laser, shoot.
So we recently like in so
Yo, what up,
recently with
Sin?
everything that happened with my grandfather and everything. Let me just give some background. So right now I am being viewed by my family as the head of the laser family, the laser tree, right? Because my grandfather is gone, and the next male in the chain is my uncle, and my uncle's not necessarily looking right now to pursue anybody. So the shoulder of the family tree falls on my shoulders. I'm effectively the head, right? But with all of that, I'm making life decisions every single day, of trying to figure out, okay, if I bring somebody into this world of mine, it there are no conditions. I'm kind of with T on that. Like, they can't come into my world with all these conditions and think I'm just gonna snap to and be with it, because I'm not. So what I'm juggling at this point is when I talk about like what people have to bring to the table. For me, like, the condition is I have to birth an entire like generation of my family. You feel me? And so it's a lot of responsibility. And yeah, I want to be hopeful. I want to be hopeful that like maybe I'll find love, maybe I'll get married. Like the hope is there, but I'm not going to like pose myself like I'm desperate to find anybody, because I'm not. Like me taking care of myself, me just being, you know, working, just striving to become a better version of myself, that is my priority. Family is also a priority. So yeah, compromise is very important. And should that person, again, that like chooses to dance with me, want to continue to dance with me, then we can take the conversation forward, and I can be frontward with a lot of things I got going on, and everything like that. But as far as like me looking for it, I'm really just not looking for it. Even with me being in that under these circumstances, these life circumstances that I got. Um I've told my mom and my dad, like, straight up, if the family tree has to end with me, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I let y'all down. But as of right now, I don't see myself finding anybody. I just don't. I can put hope into my siblings. I have two two sisters, and you know, if they have a child, then I can adopt a child for the namesake. But as far as like my own like laser tree, you know, like, you know, future generations of lasers to you know, do the rest of the family, like I'm just in a weird place. Like I'm just in a different place right now where it's like I value, you know, work and all the dope stuff. Like I said, I'm building Star Globe Industries, the company that I have, from the ground up. I've been doing that since damn near 2010, 2011, you know, and I'm the only one that's really moving that forward. So I'm at a point in my life now where I don't have time to look for love. I don't have time to try to find love because I got so much dopeness that I'm trying to pull off, and I just don't have time for it. And time is what I value the most. Even though it's not unlimited, like you said, just like even though it's not, we don't have that shit forever. I gotta keep moving.
All right,
That's my input.
I got you. I had a question of like, why do you feel like you have to birth your next family's generation? But you kind of answered that with your follow up, because from my father passed back in 2014, and I was his only son. Right, he has two daughters also, but I'm not expecting them to carry on the name like a son would. You feel me? Because if they're gonna get married, if they go off and get married, they might obviously take the married name. I'm not gonna wish fucking single motherhood on my sisters in order to carry out the Williams name, because that's just fucked up, right? Like, they're gonna go off, they're gonna do whatever they want to, and you know, you're a traditional American namesake. You feel me? But me, as of right now, I don't see myself having kids. I don't, because that's not a priority in my life. I don't have a priority of finding anybody settling down, having kids, like, at all. And so I wanted to see your perspective on that, because I'm in that same boat. It's not that I don't see myself finding anybody. It's just like I'm not trying at all, because it's just, to me, I'm not gonna say it's a waste of time, but it's a waste of my energy right now, because I put a lot of energy into relationships in the past, and it's got me absolutely nowhere. So I'm just gonna put all that shit into
And hold
myself.
on, T. I don't mean to cut you off. And let me be clear. I wanted to be a father since I was like 10. Like the one thing that I feel like when we talk about wins and losses, just the one thing that I feel like I failed the most in life was to become a dad. Like that, I tell myself that every single day. I failed to become a father because that's something that I've wanted for a very long time, and it just hadn't happened. But I'm just at a space of like learning to the point where it's like I'm no longer trying to force it. I'm no longer looking for it. I'm not trying to go after it. If it happens, I'm the happiest man in the world. Nobody can tell me anything. But am I going to sacrifice everything that I'm building to try to make it happen at this point? No. Because it's just too much dopeness that I got going on that like I feel like is my child in itself, that like, you know, like I look at Star Globe Industries like it is my kid, because again, I'm birthing this organization myself. So I'm putting all that fatherly love that I wanted as a kid into my organization of dopeness that I'm trying to create. So I've already substituted like what I failed at for something else.
And meanwhile, you're still so young, so you didn't feel like shit.
Yeah, dog. That's another thing I looked at. Like, I'm 25, bro. Like my mom showed me, I can still have a fucking kid at 40. You
Yeah.
feel me?
You especially can have a kid at 40.
Yeah, dog. Like, there's plenty of time ahead of us, dog. I'm not rushing shit. And just
I
like
mean, I'm
us,
just saying that because like lately I've just been in my feeling. Like my coworker broke the news to us, you know, that like he was having a kid and he's 22, and he's just like he's kind of been upset about it and everything. But then he found out he's having twins. He's not just having one kid. He's having two now. He having a boy and a girl.
sheesh.
So like that immediately just took it like, you know, me mentally there. And he's a good dude. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but it was just like in no way am I comparing myself to that gentleman, but I'm just saying like dang, like when is it gonna be my time? And I know I can't say that, like I can't think those things, but and I'm very happy for him, but at this point, it's just like me asking myself like, when is it gonna be my time? The internal like answer to that I've been telling myself is there might not be a time. Like there might not be you might not even make it to be that far because you just can't like either
How
get it
old do
together,
you
find somebody
think
or
you gonna
whatever.
live to?
Bro,
Dog,
it
you
literally
young.
takes 5 minutes to make a kid. But
Facts.
but let me not say no dumb shit right now, all right? So obviously if you're
Wait,
because
let
I
me
was about to
interlude
do
real quick.
okay,
It
okay,
also
okay.
takes 5 minutes to realize that there's an actual strong connection between you and another person. Like
Facts.
you ain't gotta spend much time around somebody to realize, wait a minute, I want to get to know this person because they're super different and super interesting. So that shit could like flip on a dime. Don't ever like just say, all right, it's a wrap for me. I had a few L's and the shit ain't work out, and I'm gonna just focus on my business. Like let the shit come naturally and be yourself with like every situation you can. That I mean that I think you do that, but I'm just telling you like what is successful for me anyway.
Actually, I'm learning to do that more actually because I felt like there was a period where it's like it's not like I felt like I couldn't be myself. It was just I wasn't putting much stock into being myself more, and now it's like I'm all in. Like I'm if I'm sitting at the poker table, I'm putting all my chips in on me, and it's such a weird feeling because like it feels good. Like I feel like I'm playing the game right now in the fourth quarter, and I'm just playing it to the best of my ability, and it just feels so good because I don't have to worry about anything else. I can just keep betting on me, and we'll figure it out later.
All right. T, I interrupted you. Do you remember what you were gonna say?
Give me a second, I'm trying to remember.
My bad, bro.
Now I hear you good, bro. When like my attention span when it comes to shit like that, like it just deletes it. The
All right.
moment that
I'm
I'm
gonna
off
try.
that, no, you're good,
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
remember that from now on.
I should have typed it down like I did
And
earlier.
sinful, you're right, bro. You're right. You have to give people time to cause yeah, it is hard. It's not easy, but at the same time, that person has to give you time too, and that's kind of, and in one of my previous experiences with dating a chick, I explained those things to her, and she it's like she was listening to me, but she wasn't really listening to me. Like I was just telling her like we can date things like that. I'm comfortable with being friends, but it was just like immediately after I said that, it was like, but what about marriage though? What about kids? What about this? What about that? I'm like,
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
eventually,
Slow
yeah,
down.
she
but
was
it
listening to
was just
respond.
like
She wasn't
Wait,
listening to
how old is
understand.
this chick? Because some girls, they
uh,
in her
22.
point of life, yeah, some
Jesus.
you got to think about the way social media markets the women now.
Right.
It's they think they got to get married and have a whole family at 21 and shit.
Right.
They think a guy fresh out of college is gonna make 6 figures. No, you got college debt and you better work at McDonald's for a little while. Like it's
For a
not you.
little while.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But like you're not gonna have it all at your 20s. Like when our parents were alive, and I mean, alive, I mean, were like doing their
Yeah, when
thing.
it was their
I
turn.
mean, yeah, when it was their turn, that's when I'm playing. So my bad. Like they didn't get shit until like their 30s and 40s. My parents didn't have me until they were 42. Sorry, my dad was 44. My mom was 42. My mom is in her 60s right now.
God bless.
Like it, the way certain women think now is just you're not gonna have it all in your 20s. You have plenty of time. There's no need to rush.
Also, Lane, to circle back to the question you asked me about, like, how long do you think, like, well, how long do I think I have to live? To be honest, being very honest, being a black man in America, I really can't answer that question. I don't know. Like, that's the uncertainty. That's the sense of
Yeah,
urgency. It's like I don't know. So it's just like I treat like every single day like it's my last.
realize
Like I
that.
try to just do as live the best life I can
Yeah,
like
I feel like
every
cause you
single
eat healthy.
day.
You like as far as other than the, the well known dangers to black men in America, we know those things. But like everything else, you're doing fine. You're not eating a bunch of McDonald's every goddamn day. You're not. eating unhealthy. You're well off from where you used to be. I know the
Yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah.
We had
But
conversations like that, and where you
But
came
at
from
the
and shit like
same
that.
time, looking at my current ambitions right now, like right now, I'm trying to pursue the route to become a combat pilot. Like I really want to fly.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, like what comes with that is the ultimate sacrifice. You know, you go up, you don't know if you're coming down. So
Yeah,
I've
I didn't know
already
that.
mentally
That's what's up
prepared
though.
myself that like, yo, if that becomes my job, that becomes
Yeah,
my reality, and I get into a dogfight, yo, I'm gonna give that dog fight the best energy I got, and I'm gonna try to walk away with that dog fight. You know what I'm saying? Still breathing. But if it doesn't happen, if I die a warrior's death, yo, it was a good life. Like I have that mentality every single day, and I don't talk about it. I don't talk about those ambitions to people because honestly, I feel like it's not people's business. But because we're here, I feel like I do have to say that. Like that is what I'm actively pursuing right now. And that's also why like it may seem like I feel like,
okay.
I don't have that much time. You feel me?
I
Like,
remember we had a conversation about like we had American women versus like international women. We was talking for like fucking 4 hours about that shit. Yeah. Have you ever thought about going that route again? Like international instead of dealing with an American woman?
wait, where'd that come from?
We had a conversation about
Oh,
that a long time
Yeah.
ago, and
I
how
yeah,
also
American
but
women think compared
bro,
to
but how
how
did that
women
go from like life
overseas think.
expectancy to like women overseas? How do we go from how do we segment
Laser,
into
don't
that?
get
That's a different
defensive.
conversation. No, I'm just
Hold on.
trying to like. I thought I was just like. I'm trying to keep on track with the conversation.
No,
Cause
because we
he
were
had
talking about
asked me
like
about
how we're
like
gonna
why I
live.
felt
We're
like
talking about
my life.
relationships and how you're gonna live and your legacy. You like how remember you said something about your father's funeral and how you leaving a legacy and all that. It's
Yeah.
all in the same
Okay.
conversation. That's what I'm trying to like get at.
Oh, okay. So you're circling back to that. To be honest, I see myself. I mean, what's the word I'm thinking? Prosperous, longer living laser. You know, like I see myself being a multiple home owner, and what that may look like is, I may have, an abode in America, but I also may have, a house somewhere in Europe somewhere, and also maybe in the Caribbean Isles. Like that's also a bit of the success that I see myself hopefully, having in the either the distant future or the far distant future. So when I'm looking at those possibilities and those realities, that motivates me even more right now to just work on myself even more and not try to, strive to find, what's around me, or even strive to try to get tied down or whatever. Because again, I feel like as I'm pursuing those goals and trying to make more money to achieve those goals, the woman, I feel like she will find her entry point. The woman for me, she will size me up, just she will size me up, find my weak points, and she will insert herself where she sees fit. And at to me at that point it's a dance because it's consensual. If I like what the energy she's giving out, of course I'm going to consent to it. So I'm like, all right, I will have this dance with you. We will dance around the dance floor and see where this goes. And wherever it goes is wherever it goes. And whether that happens in America or overseas, it is what it is. I'm not gonna fight it at that point. I hope that answered some questions. Cause Lee, y'all got me talking today, boy. Jeez, Jesus, I need to get some water.
But wait, Laser, before you take a sip, just answer me the question real quick. How do you feel about compromise?
In what sense?
Like having to give up certain things to meet your partner halfway, your would-be partner halfway.
Honestly, it just depends. It depends on what the conditions are for what I have to give up.
Right.
It's not a I
It's not a
wish I
black and
could
white.
give you like a definitive, like younger laser. younger Laser probably would have been like, yo, as long as, you know what I'm saying, I can get some, you know what I'm saying, some head here and there, you know, she rubbed my back, you know, I wouldn't mind compromising for whatever she wanted me to do. Like younger Laser would say that, but you know, older Laser that like has won, lost, been through some shit, like I don't know. Like I'm honestly more fearful of the conditions she have to bring me than anything. So when it's talking about compromise, like this is the Broken Table podcast, I would have to tape the table together and like pull up some documents and because to at that point it's like, okay, I'm trying to go into business with you as your life partner. So now we gotta really talk. That's not a conversation that's gonna be like a one and done conversation. That's gonna be like multiple negotiations. And like for me right now, I'm not trying to have those talks with any women. I'm just trying to focus on me. So I mean, probably didn't even like really answer the question about like how I really feel about compromise, but it's gonna be like a case by case basis. Honestly, it's gonna be how we vibe and things like that. Like you know the check boxes or whatever that I got going on, and then once I feel like she's touched enough check boxes, who knows? Maybe we can start the conversation for negotiation. But as of right now, I'm not trying to negotiate. There's nothing to negotiate. All right, I'm gonna go get some water now.
All right, Doc. Um,
So,
what's up, Justin?
Laser's deep as hell, as we all know.
Deep as shit, and that's why he's here.
Right. I was just saying, if your favorite color is blue and hers is red, are you willing to paint the room purple? Like
Fuck
that
no.
level
Fuck
of
no.
compromise.
Fuck no.
Why not?
This shit is blue, mama.
That's what I was really trying to get into.
Ooh, shit.
This is a crib house. I'm joking.
Lang, if you wouldn't
On
mind,
the homies.
if you wouldn't mind answering, or if it's too much, say so. But like, how successful are you in regards to monogamous, long-term relationships?
My last relationship was like 6 years. Actually, it was good. The only reason why we separated, I told T. Well, not we ain't gonna do it too much, but I told the homies like she was Jewish and she was nine. What was it called? Cause I'm about to say the wrong term. She wasn't a super Jew, and I talked to her.
Oh.
That's not derogatory. That is not
Right.
derogatory if you say that.
She's just very into
Like,
the religion.
it's a word. It's a specific word for it. It's not. It's the C word. It's compliment. I can't think of the word.
I think I know what you mean.
Like, but more sense, she wasn't like a proper Jew in quotation marks. I would say, like she didn't do the whole practices. There's certain people that did them, some people didn't. She can date out. It wasn't date out of race. It was date someone that's non-Jewish. I'm not religious. I used to be super religious, but I'm not anymore. But I do believe in God, but I don't follow Christianity and stuff like that in the practices. But the only reason why we stopped dating because in order to get married, you have to convert to Judaism.
Right.
I don't care about religion. I was like, but I respected her and our religion too much to do that. I was like, I would do it, but I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like me disrespecting your religion and who you are as a person if I did that. One before that was like 3 years. Like, I've dated, like, when I have my break in between my relationships, yeah, I go crazy. I dabble.
It sounds like you had respect for your super Jew ex.
Yeah, like we're still friends, which is still weird because her fiance right now wants to be like buddy with me, which is weird.
Wait, is his obviously the fiance is Jewish?
Yeah, the fiance is Jewish. Yeah, but he's a super, like, he follows every practice.
He's a practicing.
Yeah, it's a term for it. I just can't think of it on top of my head right now.
It's not acidic, is it?
Yeah. I fucks with him. I fucks with him.
Yeah, I
Ah,
live in
he
New
knows.
York.
All right, he knows. He knows.
I know. I've been exposed to a fair. Actually, I have a big old beard, and once upon a time, I don't know what I was doing, but I was like walking around, probably walking to my car or something, and a young Jewish dude, probably around my age, came up to me and asked me if I was Jewish. And living in New York, we see a lot of uh, faithful, practicing Jewish men, especially women also, but you see a lot more than men because they be out and about, and women they're very I would say like classical American, like
Yep.
home with the family and shit.
Yep. You don't see them outside. They cover their shoulders. They have
Right.
wigs. You can't even see their own hair. So anytime you see a Hasidic Jewish woman, that's
Yeah.
not her real hair. That is
Oh,
a
I didn't
wig
even
she's
know
wearing.
that. I didn't even know that.
They don't show their real hair only to their husbands and their family. When they're out in
But
public, they put a wig on.
oh, I didn't know that at all. And I've seen it, my fair share of them. But
That's
what was I
interesting.
saying? Yeah. Uh, TLDR, homie walked up to me and asked me if I was Jewish because I had like a super long beard. And
That's funny.
like I said, living in New York, I'd never actually spoken to them, not for lack of wanting, just because they're very, they
To
seem to
themselves.
be, at least, yeah, in my experience, and sounds like yours too, they seem to be very antisocial in terms of like communicating with people that don't follow their religious practices.
Yeah. Like
So,
a club. Like you know how clubs
right,
are.
you're
It's
not
like
you're
this is
not
our
part of it,
group.
right?
Yeah.
So he asked me, and I smiled because I was excited. Like, oh man, like one of the Hasidic Jewish men actually spoke to me, and they never spoke to me before, or like even waved. They don't even wave back. Actually, I have a funny story, but I'll tell before I forget this. So as soon as I said no, he like shook his head and started like
Walked
walking
on.
away.
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
like he had made a mistake, a big mistake, and I
Yep.
was like, damn, bro. I was like, I want to be
The
friends.
weirdest story I had, I was I was dating the girl, the Jewish girl at the time, and I went to like a Jewish deli. I was meeting her fucking bougie ass friends. They had fucking money. The motherfuckers had money. All right, before I get off
Yeah.
topic, they like, cause I thought I was black. I was like, okay, maybe I might get looks. I don't. It's when I tell that I'm not Jewish. If they ask me, "Hey, are you Jewish?" Because I'm like going to a deli in a Jewish neighborhood. They ask me I'm Jewish, then I feel the hard ER on their face. It's not because I'm
Really?
black. This one time I went with her friends to a deli. We're eating. We're just sitting down and getting food. Everything's cool until we get the check. This waitress was the nicest. I think she was hitting on me for a second in front of my girl. I was like, "Yo, is she trying to suck?" Never mind. But but like she was the nicest thing ever until at the end I got my check and she was like making casual conversation. Was like, "Are you Jewish?" Like, "Oh no, my girl I'm not." She had the hardest ER written all over her face.
Really?
And so I was like, that was like one of the weird stories I have. So yeah. So I understand where you come from when you said the guy
Yeah.
asked you if you're Jewish, and as soon as he found out, he's like, he
He
walked the
he
fuck off.
backed off, man. And I was so sad because throughout my whole life, like growing up in very close proximity to like practicing Hasidic Jews, my thought process was, all right, look, I'm not trying to infiltrate them, but if I at least could make friends with one of them and I could like get them to slide me a Bible, then maybe I could like learn or be keen to what they be on.
No, have them slap you with envelope.
Right? Or
Oh my god.
well,
I went to a bar mitzvah, dog. This little fucking kid had almost like $15,000 in like one envelope. I almost, I almost got my own damn Tim's and put the mask up. Yo, have them slap you with envelope.
yeah, man. But I do want to. I don't have any practicing Jewish friends, and I'd really like to make one. Like before my time here is all said and done. Like it'd be cool to like get some insight in and how they live life and why the culture is so different from ours because they here in America they do a lot of American things, whatever American things means, but they do not be a
Yeah.
so. And of course I'm generalizing, but in my experience, they do not socialize, man, at all. They keep to themselves, and I think it's so strange because it's like so
Well,
anti-American, really, when you think about
it's
it.
different. The thing is, it's different branches. That's why. Cause I thought the same thing. Like on the outside looking in, but once was dating, I'm in those those circles and
Right.
conversations, it's
Right.
different. Certain people like certain practices. Acidic is one, but I know it was like two different brands she taught me. I forgot everything she fucking taught me for real. There's like people like my ex that can just date. She dated like Muslim, Indian, like it doesn't matter. As long until the marriage conversation comes up, then it matters. But
Yeah.
there's people like the guy you met, like Acidic, they won't even say hi to you
Yeah.
unless it's not about a color. It has nothing to do with your color. They are Black Jewish. They're Indian Jewish people. They're
Right.
Chinese Jewish people. Like it's not your color. It's
Are you part
are
of us?
you are you one of us?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's wild to me that they would just detach themselves from the majority of society
But
simply because they're
everyone
not.
does it though. You gotta think about
Yeah,
it.
everybody has their
Everyone
circle.
does it, but people do it in different ways.
Right.
Indians do it. Chinese people do it. It does. Whatever you are, white people, black people, we all do it to an extent. Just which it's in the way we do it. That's pretty much about it. And to the extreme, like him in New York, I know my personal experience. I don't like be upfront with you. Every time I go to New York, I almost get into a fight.
I
Every
lived here
single time.
for 31 years. I don't like it. I feel you.
I don't like you niggas over there. From growing up, the first time I went to New York, I was 15. I almost got into a fight with a grown ass taxi driver because he almost hit me, and he got out of the car to fight me. I'm like, yo, I went there at 18. I almost got into a fight. I've been there like 5, 6 times. Every single time I almost get into a fight. I'm good with New York. I'm good.
Yeah, there's a lot of volatility here. That usually you get that a lot when you go into like certain neighborhoods where there's like a lot of strife and people ain't like really living the greatest quality of life. I notice that that's when you get like, trouble. Not that there's no trouble in like neighborhoods where life is good, but when you're coming from a place of desperation, you're more
Yeah.
likely to,
Do things.
yeah, be bold and do things that maybe you wouldn't do normally.
It's like
So
opportunities. If you have opportunities to do other things, he wouldn't be doing this.
right,
Like anyone
exactly.
that does crime, when people say, "Oh," when like the news reports on black and brown people and stuff like that, it's like, "Oh, crime." Like, no, that's the opportunity they have in their areas. That's
Right,
pretty much it. White people have crime too. If you go to the trailer parks
right,
where poor white people are, poor black people and poor white people are doing the same exact shit.
right. Same crime,
it's, they're
robbing
doing
each
this. It's
other,
just
drug
the area
related.
of opportunity. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah, and I noticed, and I'm glad that you pointed it out because I'm mixed. So like my background, I'm like part Nigerian, mostly Italian. My father's got some Puerto Rican in there. My
Okay.
mom is Irish. Yeah, so I'm like super mixed, and I grew up. My whole, basically, my childhood was growing up like in the hood. I mean, if you come from the hood, you know exactly what I mean by it.
Yeah.
And so like I heard a rapper say it once, and I'm not exactly sure who it was, but it's a really good quote from me. Growing up, I'm 31 years old now, and I don't really look to be accepted by anybody anymore. But once upon a time, I really like needed that. At least I felt like I did, and I
That's
was
human
always
nature. We all want that.
right. We all want to belong to the gang, but I was, as I used to say, too white for the black kids and too black for the white kids. So I was in like a weird place where I kind of had like my hands in both
I feel
worlds,
you.
if that makes any sense.
You feel that
And
like racial struggle, like
I
between the
don't, I didn't,
races,
I don't feel like the racial struggle, like how what's this rapper?
like
What's
Logic.
his name? Logic, yeah.
That says
It
every
worked.
one of his raps is that. Every single
Right,
one of his raps.
right. Yeah. The interesting thing about Logic is like when he's not talking about the racial bullshit, which actually nobody wants to hear. He's a really good rapper.
Oh
Like
yeah,
actually, lyrically,
I
he's
respect his
very good.
talent. I just can't. He's not my rotation of music. I'm gonna listen
Right.
to while I'm
He's
driving.
not. But lyrically, he's very good. He puts a lot
Yeah.
of these guys to shame. Uh, you know, I mean, I'm all for the baby. For a little while, I was like, all right, finally, there's a rapper who makes decent sounding music, and he's actually lyrically decent. But he just does too much bullshit for money. Anyway, how did we get here? So,
My bad.
uh, Fuck. I'm old, so I forgot what I was talking about. But I
No,
wanted
that
to
was,
say something about,
yeah.
huh?
I was saying because you were talking about like racial struggle as far as you like.
Right. My growing up and like being in both parts of, uh, in both parts, like being, like I said, two white for the black kids and two black for the white kids. But I was like I said, I had my toes dipped in both pools, so I was able to get a little inside look on like what it's like to be part of both communities. And it's certainly what you said is true. It's not so much that black people commit one type of crime more than the others, or white people commit more, yada yada. It's like it's certainly opportunity and like classism for sure. Like if you are a lower class, you don't have a lot of money, it don't matter what you look like or what color you are. You could be green, purple, whatever the fuck have you. You're more likely to commit like petty crime like thievery and bullshit like that, and breaking and
Yeah,
entering. It is certainly opportunity based, but a
it's,
lot of people are ignorant to that shit, to be honest.
what the funny thing is, what brought that attention to me, it was a joke that DL Hughley said like a while. He used it like a lot. 'Cause he talk about like not to get dark, but like he talks about murder, like with I think it's like 80% murders are spouses. It's their husband kills their wives, wives kills their husbands, and so on. It's like you kill what you're around. Like it's your proximity. It's
Right,
you
exactly.
do what's around you.
Right,
If you're in like a bad neighborhood where there's not a lot of opportunity provided to you, your kids, they're gonna steal, they're gonna rob, they're
right,
gonna kill, they're gonna get whatever means they can get to get to a better opportunity and a better area. That's pretty much it. And so someone that's in a nice suburbs, you have no reason to do
to
these
steal
things,
from your
so you're
neighbor.
not gonna do that.
Yeah,
Like you'll have those one-offs, the people that are greedy, that have too much money, but they want more money.
right.
Yeah, but then they're smart about it. They're on larger scales, and it's the one-off. When it's like a whole community, then yeah, you're going to sell drugs, you're going to rob people. Like, it is what it is.
That's like the argument that they make when they say, well, black youth commit the most crime against black youth. And it's like, yeah, but so do white youth.
Yeah,
It's
it's
proximity based. It's not
like you're
that they.
reporting in ghettos. You're not reporting in
Right,
trailer parks. You're not going to
exactly.
go there.
Yeah. Those statistics, like, you could certainly lie with statistics, or you could, like, fabricate truth with statistics. And a lot of people that like to throw around statistics, they do that shit. And if you don't know any better, you're just looking at these numbers and you're like, huh, that's
Yeah,
true. Actually, black youth are committing more crime against black youth
yeah.
than anything else. And it's like,
That's something.
yeah, but they
It
live
was
together. So, like,
that was
that's
a
why
weird
that
point I
happens.
had to make to my ex's family because I've the talk your parents give you as a black child. I had to give that to a whole grown ass Jewish
Oh, the whole family?
family. Yeah, for
Tell
certain
me
things,
what talk that is, because
this
my
is the
father was mostly like Spanish, Puerto Rican, so I
well,
never actually got that talk from him. I
well
got it
not
from my homies.
well, not the talk as far as like dealing with the cops and shit, but like I always say this when people call people racist, I have a better understanding now dealing with my Jewish ex and her family.
Yeah,
Certain people are just ignorant. Not ignorant as where ghetto people say, like, oh, you just ignorant. No, people are ignorant. The Webster definition of ignorance. Some people just don't fucking know. So when
right,
certain people say things out of their mouths, it's not they're doing it out of harm, hate,
right.
or
Ignorance.
disdain. It's just they think in their mind, no one corrected them. They don't fucking know. So
Right.
when they say certain shit, I'm like, okay, all right, Mother Deer, Papa Bear, Brother Bear. Let's sit at the kitchen table. We gotta talk about this. You can't say this. You definitely can't say
Right.
this in
And
front of
here's
me.
why. And here's why.
You definitely can't say this shit in front of me because I'll beat all you niggas back. Sorry, I'm stronger than your goddamn husband, man.
So
Sorry.
so long as you have an adult or a group of adults who are willing to accept that maybe the shit that they say or do is fucked, and here's the reason why, and like you could like let them know, look, a lot of old fucks. I'm not talking about like me old fuck, even though I like to call myself an old fuck quite often, but like actual old fucks, if you tell them that they're ignorant, they don't respond to that shit. They think that
No,
you're saying
you
that,
can't
that
teach
they're
it the
stupid.
old dog new tricks. You
Right.
cannot.
But I don't know if that's true, because maybe I'm not there yet.
It's
I'm not old enough, but
it's
I'm
hard.
learning
It's
every
harder.
single day.
It's hard. Like people in our like our parents, our grandparents, stuff like that. people that still are blessed to have their grandparents. I am. It's like they grew up. They seen too much pain. They seen too much heart and all that. And it's a bad thing to say. It's like until like our parents and grandparents' generation is gone, people will still think like this. They're teaching their kids, and their kids are teaching other kids.
I've said that before.
Like, you don't want to say it.
Right.
Like, we all love our parents. We all love our grandparents. But they've seen too much pain. Both white and black. The black people seen the pain. White people seen what they've done, and so forth and so on. Some people still have their mindsets, but they're teaching their kids, and then their adults are teaching their kids, and so forth and so on. But it's, as you can see, compared to our parents' generation to ours now, to where we're at right now, people are woke, people are BLM, people are or more understanding, people are more open to gay, LGBT.
Right.
We're more open to a lot of other possibilities.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I didn't. Not that I had like a really really rough childhood, but I guess like probably mentally more than anything else, my childhood could have been a little easier. But it's cool. Like, you learn a lot if you're paying attention. And I say that often. You learn a lot when you got a rough childhood. Like, you know what not to do. You know what to
worry
avoid.
for kids now.
Right.
Oh my God. Because everyone gets participation trophies and everyone's a winner. So when that kid grows
weak.
up and loses,
right,
they don't know how to take that shit.
But here's the
I've
thing,
been losing.
Yeah, facts. It's good to lose. Like, why are we telling our kids that you came in 4th place or 5th place and
just for showing
enough?
up? Like, what? No.
That's shit.
Timmy
and look,
is a loser. Brad won the game. He put in the effort. Like, no, motherfucker, I don't give you a goddamn trophy just because your parents drove you to the soccer game. No, Brad was scoring 5 fucking soccer goals. He's the MVP.
So
Timmy, throw your ass to the fucking water cooler.
Right. And so here's the thing: if you here's a point of contingency between me and my lady. She doesn't care much for competitiveness, and I love it. I love competition, whether it's between my siblings, my friends, my enemies. I love it. And on a deeper level, I think it's super vital to like the human experience and like being successful in life. If you're not competing, then you're not striving to be better. So giving people 4th, 5th, 6th place trophies, I don't fuck with that at all. I don't have any kids, but like when I have kids, I want to make sure that they know facts. Listen, you did a very good job, but if you want to be better, here's what you have to do, and I know you can do it.
Hard.
Right. And if you don't have any aspirations of being better in this particular thing, because let's be honest, not everybody wants to be the best at everything.
Then
there are some people that are
new.
Right. Or you just dabble. You do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that. And if that's not your thing, that's like, yo, I want to be the best at this thing, then that's something else. But like giving people, participation trophies for coming in 6th place, weak. And that's why every generation that comes after ours, it's gonna be weaker and weaker if we keep letting that shit rock.
Mr. Competitive, fucking Terrence plays ranked every goddamn thing. He's playing ranked life.
Yeah. Ranked life. I
know
that.
he ever has kids. Oh my God. Whatever his kid's name is, Lil Jamal, you come home with 3rd place again, you sleeping outside. I swear to God. You come home in 2nd place, you fight me and your mama. Come on.
Yo, but yeah, man, like it's so crazy. The difference between me and my brothers are astronomical when it comes to the common sense department and just like life skills, right? So my elementary school, there's 6 or 7 years difference between me and my no, there's 6 years. 6 years between me and my brother, my closest brother, right? And in those 6 years, I lived in Elkton, Maryland. It's right down the street from you, Langston. And
yeah, no, that's literally right down the street from me now.
Yeah, I lived in Wynenbrook, right? So I was in shit, fucking crackheads outside. I went to school where primarily it was a lot of white people, right? And all the black people were on my bus. All the black kids in the entire school were on my bus. There was 3 bus stops. We all knew each other, right? But there was none in my class, right? So I was mostly white people, and all the black people basically segregated to this one area, right? And then when you get out of school, right, you still play football in the neighborhood, right? There's no basketball courts that are around there, but it was rough, right? I had to you had to go outside, obtain social skills, and my mom, she was never there, right? So I basically lived with my grandparents, and it was just different versus them. Like my mom, she's established now. She's home when we get home from school, right? There's fucking I don't have to wait on my grandma to get home and give us food, because instead there's actually like food in the house. They can fend for themselves. And having like watching them grow up and not knowing like simple shit like, hey, don't answer the phone for the fucking for the bill collector, right? Don't tell them that, hey, you're home alone. Like, hey, don't answer the door for these random strangers that be coming up here. Like, it should just be fucking me up, right? I'm over here like,
You open the door, when I get home beating your ass.
yo, facts. Like, yo, don't answer the phone when you're the only person at the house. Like simple shit like that they just don't have because they never had to go through it. And like them growing up into it is just like, why don't you know this? Like, why are you so dependent on me, or why are you so dependent on mom? Like, why can't you figure out something for yourself? Like, for example, my brother, right? He graduated and then he got a job. His first job was he was working at Little Caesars, right? My man was getting direct deposit to Cash App for him to get paid, right? But instead of him like wanting to like be an adult, take care of his own money, have access to his own money, he gave our mom his Cash App card and then asked her to give it back to him in like cash whenever he wanted to do something. And I'm over here like, yo.
Wait, he put himself in independency?
Yes.
Yeah.
He put himself in a dependency because he's so used to.
6-year difference between you.
Yeah, and because he's so used to anytime he wants something, he just asks her and she'll just give it to him. Even though he's working for all his fucking money, he just gave up his independence. I'm over here like, yo, why are you doing this? Why don't you want your own shit? And like another thing, like I understand this part, but like he doesn't want to get a license, right? Like he had a few of his friends die in a car crash, right? And so he's super afraid of driving, super afraid to get his license. He doesn't want.
I want to cut you off.
What?
My little brother is the same.
Wait a minute. So is my brother.
Exactly. He don't want to get his license. All right,
he ain't got shit together,
bro.
Exactly.
Bro, it's shit.
My dad was talking about this shit the other day. He called me and said, "Yo, what is wrong with your little?" He's like, "What's up with your little brother, dog?" I was like, "That's your son. Why are you calling me?"
Yo, this shit blows my mind, bro. Like me, I moved out of the house when I was 17, and I got the fuck on because I couldn't stay there. I couldn't deal with living in the house with all of them and my mother, and it was a hectic living situation that was not gonna work out in for the next however the fuck long, right? But then they're over there, they're chilling, they're living life fucking cush. It's not the best, but these motherfuckers got, except for my middle brother. My middle brother wants to get the fuck on. He's talking about moving to Texas in like 3 months, and my man hasn't even graduated high school yet. Like
middle child mentality.
Yo, he's trying to skedaddle, and like he has his license, but like I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what, because they've all lived in the same house their entire life. Like me, I moved out. I lived with my dad for a little bit. I lived with my grandma for a little bit. I tried to stay away from them because we don't mesh that well. But like all 3 of them, they've lived together since fucking birth. But they're all so different, and it's so weird. And I don't understand like where the breaks are happening at, because like
My bad.
No, go,
Go
go,
on.
go.
Keep going.
Yeah, because the oldest one, he just wants to stay in the house, continue to do online class, and not leave the house ever. From what I'm picking up, the middle one wants to get the fuck on and never talk to us ever again. And then the youngest one, I'm still unsure what the fuck he wants to do, but he's a gifted athlete that he's probably gonna go to a professional something, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. He's gonna make it to the fucking NBA, NFL, one of the two fucking Olympics for track. Ooh, this motherfucker's ridiculous, but uh, it's so different to see their different personalities, their different work ethics, and everything coming from the same household. Because me, I'm different from all three of them. Also, so I'm just like I don't know if it's the water these motherfuckers been drinking or just like different perspectives on life, but I'm just confused, bro. I'll never understand that shit. Even if I take like a deep science breakdown of it, I'll never understand that shit, bro.
I have a somewhat of a personal question.
Hit me.
When it's concerning your brother right beneath you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the say quote unquote problem child?
No, the middle one's the problem child. The one that wants to get the fuck on, he's the problem child.
Oh, I see. Well, oh, I'm saying not in terms of like a troublemaker, but in terms of like a person willing to waste their time.
That whole sentence alone was funny.
In a way, yeah, but not really.
So
it's weird.
This one that we're referencing, the one that don't really want to leave the house, or like, does he partake in recreational drug use?
No. He's straight laced as fuck.
Oh,
doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He goes out. He goes out now, but the thing about him, bro, he's a follower. He'll only do shit that his friends fucking do, bro.
Yeah,
like,
this reminds me of my brother too. And
yeah,
that's the thing. He uses so much marijuana, man. It's so fucking nuts. You would think it's not illegal in New York.
Facts. But nah, he's like, I tried to get him to go out with me one time and drink, and no, he's not with the shits at all. He doesn't. Yeah. If you ever tell me like, oh yeah, he's doing this now, I'm like, nah, that's impossible. It's like against his fucking chemical makeup, bro. Because I tried to influence him so much just to try it, just to see what he would do, like in a controlled environment, right? But nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, now my question is, I guess, what's his vice? Because seemingly, we all have one.
None.
He plays Call of Duty. That's a Call of Duty in 2K. That's about it.
That's not a bad vice, but it really does depend on how much of your life you're allocating to these, like, time sinks. Really, what they are.
Majority of it.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. I've been playing video. Like I said, I consider myself an old fuck, even though some other people may not. But at 31 years old, I started playing video games when I was probably about 3 or 4.
Same here.
Yeah, and I haven't skipped a beat. Every year of my life, I've been playing video games, and certainly some more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Like when big releases came out, big defining. We're talking like Call of Duty Modern Warfare was huge. When Mass Effect dropped, it was huge for me. Skyrim, big one.
Skyrim. Don't remind me of that shit. Lord.
Oh yeah, Skyrim was so good. We were all playing that together, even though it wasn't multiplayer. We'd be like in parties together. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you started as a Briton? Oh, I'm a Bard. I mean, I'm a Nord. What are you?
Hey, yo.
I was a Nord by default because I was not like, I was hella resistant to cold, and I was like way more light skinned than everybody else. I was like, all right, I just picked the white guy. Fuck it.
Yo, shouts out to Maurice and Lunchbox, dog. Yeah, yo.
Shouts out to Mo and Lunch, big time. Yeah, man, good dudes. We're all grown now, so we don't like
the Khajiits all day. That's all I gotta say.
The Khajiits, you sneaky archer bastards, you. Oh man, Skyrim was good times. I have the other one that I can't really get into, but I'm over here playing 14, so that could be it. what is it? Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, ESO. Nah, I'm not worried about that shit.
Right. I don't know,
Oh,
man. It's
and
different.
ESO just is free on Game Pass now. If
Oh, yeah. I see Xbox is doing some good things over there with the.
they bought Bethesda, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
fucking
was
bonkers.
crazy.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I mean, here I am trying to like somewhat phase out of playing video games, which I think that's the biggest contrast that we sort of have now. Just is like, you talk about not skipping a beat with video gaming and everything, and with me and everything I'm doing, I'm slowly like, I'm kind of at the point where it's like, if I can leave like the games alone, I think I would actually enjoy life a little bit more. Like, it's kind of to the point where it's
Then do
like
it.
I no longer see games as the vice, even though like it was never a vice. Like, it was always about the puzzles and just about like just the mystery and solving the games. That made me like just do it, that and the companionship with friends and those things.
right.
But it's just like now, but that was when I was broke. Like, that's the big portion of it. That was when I was broke. I was at home. Like, I didn't really have a means to, go out and just like, meet friends. And to be honest, like, I don't want to get into the just like my childhood. I know y'all kind of like talked about your experiences with your childhood, but for this episode, and for the viewers, maybe next episode, I'll get into my childhood and stuff like that. But
I'm sorry, I wasn't
when I
reading
was
chat
broke,
when I was
that's when I
talking.
felt like I had all the times to play the games, like all the time in the world.
Right.
Now it's just like a means of connection with just a lot of people that I care about. But even now, I'm working to kind of bridge the gap. Like, I'm still working to try to get to the East Coast, to get to New York, because I was supposed to go to New York last year, but COVID just it changed. It was a game changer. Like, I was supposed to meet a lot of the online family, if you want to call it that, but
You still
COVID was
have
just
online family out here in New York, besides me.
yeah. I still keep in touch with Fat Man, Speed. Like, that's
Oh,
that's
right.
still the family.
Speedy's
Yeah,
a homie.
Speedy.
Like I got Rail down there in
No,
Florida
Rell's Florida.
still.
Right.
Yeah, like, but that's always been the goal. Leaving home, it's always been the goal. It's just I've ended up in other places and other things, moving to the beat of Uncle Sam, but like that never left my heart. You feel me? Like, that never just that that mission never stopped. Is always going. Even now, it's just like I was in a position after coming off the deployment last year. Like, I was in a position to make that happen, and COVID happened, and then we all had to be responsible individuals. But I mean, that's still a part of the goal. I don't know uh, when I'll be able to make that happen. Hopefully soon. But that's kind of why I'm slowly phasing away from like games to just trying to make memories, like in the reality. But yeah, I just think it's interesting that like you're still like a gamer. Like, I mean, I'm still a gamer, but it's like I'm honestly like my biggest internal right now. Like, I'm pretty sold like on like pretty much like if I get either a PC or PlayStation 5, I'm probably gonna sell my Xbox. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't get a
Um,
PS5. Don't do it.
Yeah, I don't recommend PS5. I got one right behind me, and I rarely ever use the bitch. So
As does everybody else who's got a PS5. If you got a PS4, there's no reason to own. And this is coming from a PlayStation guy. Turned
I don't
PC
have a
guy.
PS4 though.
the only reason to get
Shit.
a PS5 or the new Xbox right now, at least, is to play next gen 2K and Miles Morales, and that's about it. There's no
The
news games
only
fucking out
reason
right now.
why I wanted a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5 is for one game. It's called Dark Cloud 2. I played it
Ah,
on PlayStation 2.
Oh
That
yeah.
is my only reason for
that's one of
getting
my
that
favorite
system.
video games. Like period.
Oh
Of
man,
all
this
time.
Yes,
this is
it
get a
is
P4.
it is
Yeah.
a
Get a PC.
masterpiece of a game.
Oh yeah, it's
But
on PC also.
I was
right?
gonna get a P4 until they announced the P5, and then I saw like the graphics upgrade, and I was like, I can only imagine how insane Dark Cloud 2 is gonna look with those graphics. And I'm like, and I think the controller is actually slightly more slicker, so it might not hurt my hands as much.
The P5
Yeah,
controller is
honestly,
just
that
a
was my
slightly
biggest.
bigger Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the old PlayStation controllers, all of them shits hurt my hand. Like my hands start cramping after maybe like 2.5 hours, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. But that PlayStation 5 controller it looked like it. I don't know, they did something with the design to maybe not hurt my hand. So that's the only real reason why I would get a PlayStation 5 is for that one game, maybe Miles Morales, maybe, but it's really just for that one game, and that's all I would play. Like I could honestly play Dark Cloud 2 probably for the rest of my life and be fine.
Dark Cloud 2, man. That's old school, man. Big time.
Yeah, and it's on the store. It's on the PlayStation Network store
Actually,
right now.
yeah, probably for 10. Oh, Dark Cloud 2 is 15, right? And Dark Cloud 1 is
I
10.
I have no idea, but I like you want to like what constitute me spending $500 on a system? That game right there.
Yeah,
I
man.
would do it and
Hook
not
up a
even think about
PC
it.
and just emulate that bitch.
Like, nah, I want to see that shit in fucking 4K graphics.
That's if they upgraded it, dude. Because
Oh, well, they
It still looks
remastered it for
old school.
PlayStation
It still
4.
looks old school. Yeah, but I owned it. It definitely still looks old school. It's true to the original.
Yeah, I saw the remastered like the side by side comparison video. Like I've already done my research. When I
Yeah.
saw the remastered, I was like, that's good enough for me. Because the game already looked amazing on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. Like it was already what I thought pushing, groundbreaking graphics. So honestly, I was just like, well, I just want whatever the remastered is, and I saw like what it looked like remastered. I'm like, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not asking them to completely rebuild the game from the ground up.
No, it
But
was good for
yeah,
what it was, for sure. The
yeah, it was
graphics,
good for what it was.
when you have like really cool mechanics, the graphics don't really matter all that much. I'm actually getting into. I just downloaded about last week a game called Stardew Valley. It's like
Yep,
it's
I've heard of that.
yeah, man.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really good. And if you were like a fan of Harvest Moon back in the day, this
I know
game was
about that too.
made by somebody just mentioned Vagrant Story in the chat, and that game is fucking good too. Yeah, Harvest Moon. One dude made this game, Stardew Valley, and he's like, he was in love with Harvest Moon when he was younger, and they stopped making games. And also, he was like, this could be better. Like, these are the things that they should have done. These are the things that I wish they would have done. Let me try to, like, fill that void. And Stardew Valley looks pixelated and old as fuck. Like, I'm telling you, like, one of the oldest games I remember playing, like I said, I'm an old fuck, is a Super Nintendo game called Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, I believe is what it's called. Um, that game is fantastic, and that game is old school, so it's pixelated. And this Stardew Valley is more pixelated than that. So like, they did that on purpose, obviously, but it's also a one man army. Like he made the game himself. Graphics don't fucking matter, dog. It's like the graphics do not matter. This shit is fun. It's multiplayer. It's fantastic. So, like Dark Cloud 2 will still hold its weight today for sure.
Yeah,
The only thing is,
no, you're right.
right,
I'm just saying, like, for me, being such a fan of the game, like, it was such, like, that game was so beautiful, I cried playing it. It's one of the few games that,
right,
like, just brought tears to my eyes on the PlayStation 2. So, and in the storyline, like, the way it was written, like, all that, like, super good. So, it's like, for me, if I were, all right, let's take this back to women if in the whole like conditional thing, right? So if a chick were to buy me a PlayStation 5 with Dark Cloud 2, you want to talk about conditions
Not pulling out.
for like a W? Yeah, I'm not pulling out. Like that is because that is something like
Wait,
I'm
you're not-
on a life.
You're not pulling
Yeah,
out
nah,
for
she gotta have
Dark
my
Cloud
kid.
2?
Yes.
Bro, the game's 15 beans.
It don't matter. It's about the
It's the
consideration,
principle.
Justin. It's the principle. It's she knows that that's something I care about, like deep down to my soul, and she will go out of her way to like buy a whole ass PlayStation
I
in the game for
I
me
I understand.
without me asking for it.
Hold
If
on.
she did that, oh, that's wifey.
I
That's what I
understand what you're
talk
saying.
about, like above attractiveness. Like women that
Right.
can tell something about they mate, tell they want it, and yeah, I'm actively working to get it, but she just take the initiative to do it, for me because she cares. Oh, bro, I'm not pulling out. And you want a diamond ring? All right, sure.
I understand what you're saying, but also, where's Langston?
I mean,
But that's what I value. Just before you hit me with the, but that's just a
That's
$15
okay.
game, and it like it doesn't constitute a. That's the irrationalism of emotions.
But here's the
That's
thing: what you're
just
saying, like deep down, the price of it doesn't actually matter. If what it is, more importantly, and you're completely right about this. And like I said, having a lady or whatever you're into, having a person that you can call your own that actually pays attention to the shit that you're into, and like you said, they take initiative and they'll do those little things here and there. It don't really matter so much about the cost, but like whether they're willing or not to, first of all, pay
and
attention
Rabbit.
to
I
what you
have to
like.
disagree with you there. I have to disagree with
What
that.
you
But
mean?
go on, just.
No, he's talking to chat.
No,
He's
I'm
talking to
talking
chat.
about
Go on,
Rabbit.
Just.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
I
see. I
saw
see.
what Rabbit said in the chat. I have to. I strongly disagree with that.
Strongly
Okay.
disagree.
Yeah. I think I lost my train of thought. But anyway, like I said, it don't really matter the price so long as the person like shows effort. That's like super important actually. And you brought it back to women, and it's like how you know if you got a W. I'll try to circle this back, even though I hate saying that. I'll try to circle this back to what you were saying earlier. How do you know if it's a W that you got when they pay attention and when they put in that effort, even if it's something super minimal? Like I mentioned, the game's only 15 beans for me because I already have a PS4. But if you don't have one, then that's something else. But if you have a PS4 already and all it cost was $15 to make you happy, and she knew that that's what you wanted, or she knew that that's like something that was in the back of your mind that you didn't like do for yourself. She knows how passionate you are about it. That makes all the difference in between a W and a waste of time.
you know
Cause
if she
like
W dog, if she let you do anal on the first night. You feel me? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I
I'm done.
don't I don't know what he's talking
Wait.
about.
I'm done.
She
I'm
let you do
done.
what?
None.
Speak up.
You can mark the stream and do the playback. It's already recorded. But now what I was gonna say is like because like for me again, if like it goes back to what I said, like I can literally play that game for the rest of my life. Like so if a chick bought me the PlayStation 4 or 5, whatever, with Dark Cloud 2, at that point I could sell off my Xbox, everything else, and just live life playing that one game and giving her good dick. And I would be completely happy and working. And I would be good. Y'all would probably never ever hear from me ever again, other than to maybe do this podcast, but I would be completely fine with that.
It usually happens. Like once you get in a relationship, you kind of fall off the face of the earth.
Sometimes.
Cause I mean, guess what I
Most
plan to do if I
times.
get a PlayStation 5 and Dark Cloud 2? The same damn thing. It's just minus I wouldn't have a lady. That'd be the only difference. Is I'm still gonna sell my Xbox and I'm still gonna just like I mean I'll have my Switch too, but nah, I'm just like that's to take to the homie's house and bust ass in Super Smash Bros. But like when I'm just at home, nah, I'm just fine with playing Dark Cloud too, because there's so much content in that game, and it's such an expansive and an amazing game that it's just like, oh yeah, I could just play that for the rest of my life and be fine. Just focus on my career.
Well, we're still on the same subject. How you feel about a woman taking care of you?
I'll be a
I'm
stay
not
at
against it.
home.
Big W's.
Yeah, I'll be a stay at home husband all day. I don't
Big
give a fuck.
W's.
Big
Big
W's.
W's in the chat.
Big W's in the chat. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck
No,
that.
'cause the funny thing,
Honestly, all right, all right, all
some
right, all right,
podcasts I
all
was
right.
still, and they were
Let
talking
me
about
get
this.
into my insecurity a little
I want to
bit.
hear
I'm
lasers.
kind of
I
afraid
want
of
to hear
that.
your answer. I want to hear your
I'm
answer. I know
I'm
what they gonna
kind of
say.
afraid of that. I'm be honest. I'm kind of afraid of that.
Why? I need you to expand on that, my dude. I need
Like
to
Right.
hear this.
because like so me and maybe this is getting like into like a little bit of my upbringing and things like that, but like in my adolescence I wasn't the popular guy with women, so I've never been pampered before, if that word is being used correctly.
Yeah, that would make it
So
more
like
enjoyable. What do you think?
I wouldn't know how to act
Act? Yeah.
if I was being catered to by a woman. Like I just wouldn't know how to act. I mean, it's easy for y'all to be like, just be stay at home, but I wouldn't like if I just had to stay at home and just be catered to for the rest of my life.
No, you do the
I,
catering.
I mean, yeah, I'm slaying wood, like that's
Yeah,
catering,
that's what she's paying for you. That's
but
literally what she's
But it's
paying
like
for,
more than
dog.
when
that,
it
boy.
comes to everything else, I'm kind of just like I don't know. I'd just be afraid
Afraid of what?
being catered to. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's just an insecurity.
You're cooking and cleaning too, man. Morb says,
I don't
hold
I
on.
don't necessarily think I'm cooking and cleaning.
Okay,
But
all
like,
right.
but would you?
Cooking clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cook clean, bust it down all day.
Wash the kids, do the chores.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you would have to do.
Um,
That would just like at some point I would feel like I need to do something.
Wait, no. What I'm
but
saying
why
is that's
can't you
all
do
you would
something?
have to do. I didn't say that's all
Right,
you do. You can do
right,
other things. I'm saying that's all you would have to do.
right. Like, what if your passion is? So, like, I'm a simple man, so like, I can put myself in this position very simply. I like gardening. I like home building. I like watching and learning things, and so all of those things you could do at home. Um, so actually, that like mentality is super beneficial to me because I don't have any kids like I said earlier, but one day maybe if I'm blessed with children, I don't want to put my kids in public school. Uh, I don't want to shelter them. I want them to experience growing up with other people and like society and shit. But I don't want them to be taught by the public school system. You feel me? Uh, I won't get into why, but like I just think that shit is a L big time. Um,
All
and
right,
like
I got the example. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got the example, and maybe this might be the example that scarred me for life. We don't know.
what?
But so one of
Listening.
my former friends back in high school, right? He was dating this girl or whatever, and every day at lunch, she would make his lunch. Like she would make him sandwiches, and she would bring him to school, and like
That's all fire.
he would he would eat it or whatever and just be cool with it, and he did absolutely nothing. Like she just catered to him, she just brought, and me and the homies, like we knew like that was their relationship or whatever. And then towards the end of high school he broke up with her, and after he broke up with her, everybody was just like, oh, he's dumb. He's dumb for breaking up with this shit because she truly cared and whatever. But like me being like laser like back then, I was telling myself, you know what? If I had a woman that was so considerate enough to like just make me a sandwich every day for lunch, that right there is a W. That right there, like
Right. That's
I
that's
would have
it's
never
important.
broken up with that chick. Like we was telling like, what are you on? Like because back then, like what I'm saying, and he would he's Asian, so we made our jokes or whatever. But me just being me, thinking that I was ugly at the time, I was like, yo, if I had, and she was good looking, like she was really, really good looking. She was very attractive, and she just made him sandwiches every day for lunch. He didn't even ask for it. She just did it because she cared. That's kind of like where it's like I asked myself, if I had a chick like that, I would be afraid because I just wouldn't know what to do. Like if she just showed up and just made me sandwiches every single day without me asking, just because she cared about me, I wouldn't know how to feel that way because I've never had that. Like I've just even now I've never had that. So I just
You would
would
feel
not
like
know how to
you
act.
wasn't doing enough to like
Yeah.
to show her your. All right, I
Yeah, I just feel like
All right, I got that.
that's you feel
Wait,
me?
you afraid of somebody like being kind to you, being considerate to you?
yeah, because he
No.
wouldn't know how to like I guess reciprocate the same feeling. I'm assuming that's what you're saying,
Yeah. Like that's what I mean.
because he never had that experience, like someone showing him that they cared that much to do some shit like something that's really that sweet and nice
Something as
that
simple as just making me sandwiches.
he would know how to act. That's what experience with everything. Like some people when they have certain things or they experience certain things, they don't know how to act because it's like I don't know what to do. Like if people freak out.
And
Some people,
mind you, to add on the story, he self-destructed after that. By the way, after he broke up with
Of
her,
course he did.
yeah,
he completely
absolutely.
Of
self-destructed
course
after
he
that.
did. As we all
Yeah,
do when we
that story
throw
didn't
something away
end
that was
well.
good.
Yeah, they dated for 4 years, and then afterwards he broke up with her for literally no reason, just cause, and then he self-destructed right after it.
Okay, and the same topic because the only reason why I brought that up because I was listening to something earlier about this college kid that was slanging dick to this like
Slanging.
I think this is 40-year-old while he was in college. This dude was in
Right.
college and he met this chick at like a Panera Bread or some shit like that, and she was paying him for his company. We all know what we talk about, right?
Yep, I see nothing wrong there.
I actually that first one.
No, I don't
We go into
understand.
this one.
Uh, no,
You-
what kind of
Just,
company? Are we
just spell it
talking
out for him.
weekend? Are
for
we?
some
Yeah,
young
spell it out for me.
for some young meat. Some
Okay.
young
All right.
meat.
I'd
Okay.
be afraid to do that too.
I did the pampering thing. That's the soft blow. But how would you feel if you and the girl, the 40-year-old girl, she still kept it tight. Like she got some surgeries, some Botox, and kept it everything tight. How would you feel? You're still
You
pretty
don't
young.
even
We're
need
all
to
young.
do that. She just need to take a bath in vinegar.
What?
No,
What
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Wait,
hold on,
why
let me
would
finish.
you
That's
do
okay.
that?
I don't know about that.
No. Laser.
Let me finish. Let me finish. She was paying him racks like a week.
Damn, I gave away the secret. I'm sorry.
Would you do that?
Racks? I mean,
Yes.
listen, if I enjoy, yeah, if you're asking me, if I enjoy a person's company or I need the money that badly, yeah, I'll probably fuck with it. But like, was
He
she
said he didn't
ugly?
necessarily enjoy. She was. I think she wasn't 40. I think she was older than that. I gotta go back to it, but
I mean, but
I
I
know
have
she was
some.
so old. She was older and he's still young. He was like 22, 23, some shit. As far as with it was a podcast, some of the shit I've listened to, and she was like, I think it was like 50s. It could have been 50s or 60s, but the way he was explaining her
You're
beauty was,
fucking
you can
hello.
tell she got work done. She wasn't bad, but it was like you can tell she had some miles on her type thing.
Right.
So whatever image in your mind that you have right now, what that may look like, could you, as of right now, have some lady pay you, pretty much be an escort? Would y'all do that? I was thinking about this shit all day. I was like, would I really do that shit?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I
The
mean,
thing
if
is,
I was,
we all say it until we're in that position, like, we really fucking do
But why
that?
Langston.
That's why I would be
Langston.
afraid to
Terrence,
Put-
do it.
Terrence, me and you
put-
here, we know that.
Put me in the position. Do it.
no, wait, I'm here
Do
too.
it.
What the fuck? Don't count me out.
Put me in the
I want
position. Put me in the position.
I was really thinking, I was like, come thinking like, all right, someone that's in their 50s, like he was a black guy and she was a white woman. I was like, all right, she's 50 years old, she got some work done, but you can tell she's on. I'm thinking like, what that may look like in my mind. Like,
Wait. Do I
God.
have
And
to
she was
kiss
paying
her
him. He was just
at any point?
it pretty much it was up in the air. It wasn't like terms. It wasn't nothing like that. It was like up in the air.
I'm not kissing her.
She paid for his company, but when he got there, what transpired in that evenings plural, was dependent on what she wanted. She paid him racks a week, not a month, racks a week. She was well off. She just came out of divorce, and I guess her husband made some serious money, and she got like most of it out the divorce.
Lord.
And she was paying.
Oh, she's paying for company.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's wrong with that.
I don't see
Are you?
what's wrong with it either.
Is the question? Are you? Do you have it in you to become a male prostitute? Because
yes, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to get to.
All right, let me really think about this before. Yes.
Yeah, we say yes.
Yes.
My man,
Wait.
full ASMR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me answer it truthfully. First of all, I'd have to be either single or my lead would have to be aware of the sitch and be willing to accept that.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically, if either or of those check out, then OD. Fact, you kidding me? I'm bringing that shit home. Let's go.
Okay, all right. Let me add a little asterisk to it then.
All right.
What if she's not attractive?
Well, a lot of people work jobs that they don't like. You feel me?
See, now we potted. Now we really potted.
Hey yo. He has
My man
he has a
got the
point.
long range 3 from half court and made it. That's crazy.
He is not wrong at all. Just gonna throw that shit out though.
And Rabbit, we're gonna revisit what you said about the graphics and not getting women. We're gonna revisit that.
Oh my god.
Hold on, wait. Before we go to that.
That was fire.
Yeah, man.
Let's circle back real quick. Let's circle back to a woman that will be providing, right? Better question. If your house/food is covered by your partner, what would you do beyond lounging around and playing games? That's kind of what we were trying to like ask you, Laser, right?
That was my insecurity.
Yeah. Like and then fucking Rabbit said the same shit that I would fucking do. Like, for example, I have a nice young lady that I was in the talkings to, right? Who has a 6-figure job that lives across the fucking country, right? If I was going to do anything to pursue her, she already told me, like, yeah, she already said, like, hey, I know that if we do anything, and because I live all the way over here, it's going to be a stretch for you, and I don't know if you can find work over here, but I make enough money for the both of us. And you can honestly just sit and do streaming full time while I bring in, like, you know, the big money in the meantime.
Would be terrified,
bro.
What?
I heard the fear in his voice.
Yeah. He's tilted. Jesus.
I'm tilted that you're tilted. What?
Like me, that's shit.
Yo, T, that don't sound like a fucking lottery ticket. What are we talking about?
Yeah. I would hop on that instantly, right?
Oh, okay. I gotta defend Laser. The only thing I don't like about it is dependency. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that scared the shit out of me. That would fuck me up. That's the only thing.
I completely understand that, right?
Wait, how old is this woman?
She's younger than me.
Yeah, she's you. Wait, Laser. Oh no, that was me and you just on the phone with her, right?
Yeah.
That one, right?
No. That's a completely different one.
Never mind.
Oh shit, got
She's
it.
younger than you.
Yeah,
You're 25.
Yo, you better get called 4K. Let's shut up.
Yo, 1080p. Hello.
Yeah, but I agree with Laser. Like, you're dependent, especially in that sense.
We just gonna skip over that.
Let's skip over what?
What?
That she's younger than you, and you're 25.
Yeah, she's 22.
She's bro.
Yeah, well, how old you think?
Yeah, who cares? The age don't really matter. She bringing in 6 figures.
Nigga, I'm still a fucking 19-year-old. Let's not get into this.
Whoa.
Hey man, it's legal. You do you.
Yeah,
Facts.
Let's
So
facts.
we
Careful with that.
we
But
went from a conversation of older women taking care of men, but we just stumbled into a
A younger woman.
a
taking care of-
similar,
That
you know,
happens.
of a younger woman taking care of an older male. That's still like different. Because I
But
wouldn't know how to. I honestly would be insecure with that too.
You're
why?
insecure either which
Yeah.
way because you have a woman taking care of you. So let's just delete the age, right? And because you're gonna have a woman being the breadwinner, being the head of household type deal. You feel me?
It's
And
20.
and I
It's
don't want people to
2021,
think
Laser.
like
Why you like that?
I don't
dog?
want people thinking I'm against women being the breadwinner. I'm actually all for it. Like I'm all for it. But it's just like for her to just be like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna fly you over here. You're gonna
Oh,
stay
don't
in
say
my
that.
house,
Don't say
But
that.
she didn't.
all
She didn't
you
fly
say
you
gonna
out.
that.
do.
She gonna fly you out? Oh,
She
no.
She didn't say that.
Like,
T, can you clarify?
She gonna fly you out, T?
or you gonna afford your own plane ticket.
So,
Nah,
bro,
or
it
Or
don't.
you gonna
She gonna
buy
fly-
your
nah,
own
she gonna
plane
fly
ticket to
T
get
out. You
there.
better come
So-
in
Cause
with
knowing
your
T,
head
I
tied
know
up.
this
You know what it
nigga
is.
T. T's gonna be like, yo, if the ticket is there, I'm not gonna not take it.
Facts.
Right.
so
I
Pete
know
right.
this
So
nigga.
Pete right. So Pete right. So Pete right. So Pete right. So Pete right. All right. Cause you know I'm getting out of the army soon, and then when I get out of the army, it's just like, okay, now what, right? I'm trying to find a job over there, right? Because there's a few possible jobs like within like 30 minutes of her, right? But while I'm going through that hiring process, she was always like, "Yo, it don't matter to me. You could just, do whatever you need while you're waiting for a job. It can take a year. It could take 5 years. I don't care. I'm over here like, well, this is interesting.
Right.
Hella interesting because, like I said, she makes enough money for the both of us, and I just sit in the house play video games any fucking way.
If
Laser won't be
if
no
it
house
came
husband.
down to me, like I would, if I was making that decision, I'm going dark. Like I'm off the grid at that point. Like y'all are just gonna like just ask yourselves what happened to Laser, and like I'm gonna be living my life, of course. Like just busting it down on her every night, but y'all would just never hear from me ever again.
That's tough.
And I give two fucks if I'm streaming. Y'all still wouldn't hear from me. I would still be living the persona as if I'm actually doing something in life.
But why does that mean
Oh,
that
that-
you're not?
Yeah.
Like, what does
That's
that
not a
mean?
problem.
Fine. You got somebody who's willing to take care of you, help you along your way. You know how many
'Cause
people
I gotta
get blessed
figure
like
that shit out.
I mean, but you got player 2 from jump. That makes the shit a lot less hard, don't you think? Really, you player 2, but like we don't really gotta talk about that.
I guess it's because for me, I'm so used to doing everything, like building up all of my business from the ground up. So for somebody to like be like, I will completely just, take care of you. It doesn't matter like how long it takes. Like you just gotta come through, live, let's be happy, and just like live happily ever after for the rest of our lives. To me, that's like the fairy tale fantasy dream that like as a kid, like I was hoping for, but as an adult, I realized it's just a pure illusion.
I need to be on my
And
first second. Oh my
it
god,
just sounds too
There's
good
some
to be
women that
true.
take care of
Chat's
men.
too
Granted,
funny, chat's too
granted,
funny,
you could
chat's too funny.
like I would be blocking my own blessing if I said no. You feel me? So I don't like blame T for even like considering it because it's like if she feels that way, she like me this way. Shoot, I could do that because I'm in the same boat where my contract ends in December of this year, and my thoughts are like, well, what am I gonna really do with life if I choose to get out? Like what can I do? For him, that could be fulfillment. That could be a sort of fulfillment of, well, I got a place to stay. I got, what I'm saying? Like I got my own little bit of funds, and then I got somebody else to pick up, where I can't. Sure, why not? That's a good decision. I'm just saying for me, like my insecurities and things like that, it would be a lot. Like that would be me stepping outside of my comfort zone, and I would really have to work through that, like on like some mental shit. Like I would really, really, really have to work through that, like going to therapy and shit.
I understand that. I can dig that. I can do that.
Cause that's I got it. I got it. What it equates to. Damn. I got it. Fuck. What is the shit like when a chick is with a dude or whatever, and then they it's the shit that Dr. Dre's wife is trying to hit him for. It's something like with lifestyle. It's like big lifestyle change.
Oh yeah,
What's that called?
she wants alimony based on
Alimony?
the lifestyle that
No.
she's trying to maintain her current lifestyle. There it is.
Yeah. Because like it's apparently, you know, she's living a certain lifestyle with him, and with the divorce, it affects that lifestyle, and that would like make her uncomfortable. So she's like filing, you know, to maintain that lifestyle post divorce,
Yeah.
which is
People do
why
that.
she's able to ask for that amount. Yes, but like that's to me, that's what that would feel like for me. That'd be like my lifestyle would be, I feel like would be changing in a sense, which, you know, again, is why I say I would need therapy, because that is kind of like a form of like anxiety. It's kind of crazy, but that's what I was trying to link the two to with Dr. Dre's wife's situation. That's what it would be like.
Hey, cause she's going fucking crazy. She's going fucking insane.
I don't know about that situation, but like I have some thoughts on that. If you, first of all, if you're suing somebody or you're splitting like via divorce and you're trying to take half of what they earned, I think you're a scummy ass person. That's first of all. Second of all, you played your cards wrong. If you spent 10 years with this person and they accumulated all of this wealth and you think that a piece of it is yours, just because y'all were together, what about what you were doing for 10 years? You didn't accumulate your own wealth? Like, what did you bring to the table?
All
It kind
right.
of circles back to that, right?
I'm on both sides of that because I honestly don't believe in marriage. I genuinely don't. The HBO documentary of divorce and how much divorce lawyers make and shit like that is fucking scarring me since I was like
Yeah.
15 years old. I am still on both sides of that. If you come, all right, if you like date someone when they're working at Foot Locker from the ground up type shit, it's like any company. You work from the ground up. You got shares. If you help build what that man, sometimes there's certain, I think it's like certain states that have reverse options that the man get half where the women don't. Like 2 or 3 states, I think, but most states is usually a woman's state. They get half, no matter who's making more, who's making less. But if you come from the ground floor and you're helping build that empire, I don't know about half. I feel like you deserve something,
Right. No, I don't
regardless.
disagree, but me and my lady have already spoken about it. It's very interesting that we open up on this topic because, uh, like I said earlier, she kind of wants to stay more private than anything else, but she makes a lot more money than me. I'll say that much. So, the whole scenario that we're given tonight, it's not that far off from what I'm like living right now. I don't know if I could just quit everything 100%, but I could probably get away with it and we'd be good. Um, and we've had the talk about marriage plenty of times because we have a deep love for one another. And I know that I don't nearly bring as much to the table as she does. Um, you know, she got lucky. She played not. I'll walk that back. She didn't get lucky. She played her cards right. She stayed in college. She knew somebody in the business, and she got, you know, and then she worked hard from there. I didn't do that. You know, like I said, I made a lot of mistakes in my youth. But if we get married and then we decide that, yo, this shit ain't working out, we're too frustrated with each other, maybe we decide to love somebody else. In no point am I expecting that half of what she made during our marriage belongs to me. It's not happening. I can't fathom that. I think it's so stupid that people live life like that. Don't care if I'm broke, don't care if I'm rich, don't care if I'm disabled, don't care none of that. I'm not looking for a handout. If we're together and you decide to share, you know, our funds and it's our funds, then that's one thing. But if we split, why am I entitled to any of your money?
I understand, but there's certain people that they have the dynamic of housewife or house husband. Now, if you you're not. I'm assuming this is a somewhat new relationship, but you're not to that point yet where you discuss, hey, if we get married, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be the breadwinner, and you can stay home with the
Oh,
kids,
we
or we're
together
gonna be dual. Oh,
we
all right,
together
for a while.
almost 6 years.
Oh, okay. So then you obviously had this conversation before, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to be the breadwinner, or we are going to be the breadwinner, or hey, I'm going to be staying home with kids, and you do this. This is my goals and aspirations. Like certain
Right.
every situation is kind of specific. Like I know some certain men or women too that build their captains of industry and their businesses and whatnot, and then the wives and
Don't fucking give me
husbands too.
power.
So hey, I'm going to stay home with the kids. I'm going to make sure that dinner is made, laundry is done, this and that. If you have that conversation in the beginning, I do feel like you deserve something. Like, hey, we talked about this at the beginning. I'm not going to pursue any personal things that I want to do right now because I'm going to be focused on making sure you're good, your mental is okay, the kids are okay, the household is okay, while you beat the bricks out in the captains of the industry out there in the business world. That, in a sense, yes. Even though I do not believe in fucking marriage, I fucking hate it. I still believe in that. But if it's like, hey, if we have and have, if I'm doing something and you're doing something, like because you're doing, I don't know what your occupation is, but you stream. But I'm pretty sure you have another job after that. You have your own life and your own business and your own money. And you said she does anything. She has her own business. She has her own money. She does her own independence, her own life. Y'all come together in that sense, yeah, I'm pretty sure that talk that you and her made complete sense because you both have your, even though you're together, you both still have your own independent lives.
Right.
But people that have that conversation, hey, I'm gonna be with home with kids, and you go fight the white man to get us our money. Like then, yes, all right. When
All right,
things
all
don't
right,
work
all right.
out,
So
you know what I mean?
I got to follow up. Same topic. So T and I probably like well know more about this, but so in the military, right?
Thanks for the sub, my dog.
So there's like a thing in military where if you are married for I think it's 10 years, then on the 10th year, I believe your wife or your spouse gets I think like a part of your retirement, something like that, right?
Half. They
So
get
they're
half of your
yeah, they
retirement
get half your retirement, right? And this
regardless.
is a big thing in the military community and stuff like that. Well, there are men out there that actually like on the 9th year divorce their wives just because like that half, like if the chick isn't, if the woman wasn't a good spouse or whatever, they don't want that person to get half of their retirement. Y'all feel that, you know, right or wrong?
My dad did that. It's not right, but I understand. My dad did that same thing.
Cause it's like a flip in regards to the, you know, the prenup question, the previous question where, you know, a woman getting like half of, you know, what the male get because she didn't put in for it. Same thing in the military world. Like
Thank you for the
that's a
subs,
legit
Justin. Thank
thing.
you for
Where
the
it's like
sub,
on the 10th
Andrew.
year, if
Y'all
y'all
have
married for
fun with
10
y'all
years, she gets half automatically. And there are some men out there that will literally go 360, you know, whatever, and try to get that divorce going like the day before that 10th year. Is that right or wrong?
It that sounds selfish as fuck to me. Because if you're gonna be married, I don't know why you
People that
even.
treat marriage like it's a business, which is
Cause
one of the reasons why I
Yeah.
do not like marriage. That's
keep
treating
in
marriage more
mind.
as a business than more as like a love contract. That's more of
Facts.
a business more than a love contract. That's another reason why I do not fuck with marriage.
Yo,
Keep in
You
mind,
get the people.
us four gentlemen here, we are intellectual. We are like a very very small percentage of like the, you know, the population in this country as far as how we think. There are like the mass of people out there. This is like common. This is like, you know, it's just common. It's not something that's uncommon. Like men literally, like I'm talking about, I walk in my office spaces and they contemplate these thoughts. They're like, I'm kind of getting up there in my marriage. You know, she's a good woman and everything, but does she really deserve half of my retirement? Like, they're really asking these questions in the open office spaces, and I'm just like, that's kind of crazy. Cause
Oh
shouldn't
yeah.
the marriage be about love and all that greatness?
But
And it just gets the gears going in a noodle of just like, then why did you marry her in the first place? Like, why did you want this union if you were gonna,
Well,
like, 8 years later, question whether you want to still be with this person?
well, we none of us are fortune tellers, and you don't feel the
Right.
same as you did 5, 10 years ago. You don't feel the same. Your age now, you do not feel the same exact way you feel 5 years ago. You probably don't feel the same way you felt 2 years ago.
And people change.
Yeah, that happens. At the time, she was probably the best. She was the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
At the
the
time,
bee's knees.
the bee's knees. I don't know.
Right.
But then years happen. You have experiences, and you once you live with someone, you're in a confined space with someone. You will know who the fuck they are.
Facts.
Right. This is
That
why I
will
say. This is why I say,
try
later,
on the
you
motherfucking
need to
shoes before you
you
buy
need to
it.
test drive the fucking car, dog.
Facts.
You need to test drive the car. I promise you. You're not doing a bad thing by doing that.
That's not just
I'm a
for
different
sex. That's
case.
just
I'm just
being
gonna say
around.
I'm a different case. We already established that at the
Right.
start of the podcast. I'm somewhat of a different in my thinking. But this is just like, this isn't for me, by the way. Like, when I'm asking these questions, honestly, I don't care because I've already said my stance. Like, I don't plan on getting married. I'm not really looking for it right now. And even then, like, if I were, I'm in the mindset where it's like, I'm building an empire. Whether you're there or not. If you want to take half of the empire, I could give two fucks. Honestly. Honestly, if we really want to get real to it, like, you can take half of my empire, but you also have to understand I built the damn thing. I built the entire empire. So, like, I can also bury it too. Like, to me, I could care less. But I just think it's interesting that, like, people, they're contemplating things like their retirement and those things. Like, for me, I'm just happy that I have the empire. You feel me? Even if it's split in half. Like, I'm just happy I still got it. Cause, okay, cool, you got half, whatever. I'm gonna take my half, and guess what? I'm gonna multiply it because I know what went in to building it. You don't, and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna sit back, kick my feet up, and watch your half crumble. Like I can be petty too. If she's doing that to be petty to me, oh, you don't know Omni Laser Claw. Like, I can get petty. You feel me? So, like, to me, this is my own personal take. Like, that's just how I feel about it. You may agree with it, you may not, but that's just how I would handle this situation. Other people are different. Other people put more stock into I guess what they create or whatever, what they work for.
I
For me, I've
definitely.
been working my whole life, and I'm gonna continue to work my whole life, whether it's gonna be with or without you. So, like, I've already just chalked it up in my head that, you know, it is what it is. But that's why I'm opting right now to not really get into relationships, because I would want something organic. And if I were to go on my journey, and maybe 5, 6, 7 years down the line, it starts feeling like it's not organic, I know when to leave. And if I didn't sign the prenup, and you were to
Oh,
ask me,
prenup.
well, would
What?
you
What
would
a
you
prenup?
split, knowing that you would lose 50%? Yes. Because if my head isn't in a relationship, I don't care how much I gotta lose. Like, I would rather lose it and get rid of the toxicness and have my peace than stay melded together and try to make something work that I know is not gonna work. And
So
that's just
wait,
real shit.
are you saying you're against prenup?
No.
No.
Oh, so then sign the prenup. You ain't even got to have this discussion. It's over after
Yes.
that.
But you know, the prenup in itself is already a touchy subject at the start of the relationship. if you
Yeah,
have a
you're
queen,
right
just
about
if
that.
you're
You're right
if
about
you and your queen are in these talks and she's with it, oh yeah, make it
that. Yeah,
happen, one
she's
hundred
with it.
percent.
I'm the one who brought it forward, actually, because she makes, like I said, she makes more. Certainly, but I'm not a scumbag person. I don't want to take half of what she earned while we were together, or even before I got in the picture. That's fucked up.
Because
And
honestly, I'm pro prenup. If I could find a
right,
chick
me too.
and do the prenup, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to make that play no matter what.
Facts.
But
It's
like,
smart, especially for this new generation of. I mean, let's be honest. At one point, women could not really work the same way that men could. Like, I feel like a lot of people are not really willing to talk about that aspect. But like, the housewife was a way more popular thing because women didn't really have the same opportunities they have today.
Facts.
So, the fact that they do now is fantastic. And, a woman could be a breadwinner, a woman could be a big time earner, kind of the same way it was only really men doing it before. So, because of that, these conversations are, I feel like they are a little bit more natural to come by. Back in the day, it was like, wait, you're gonna make me sign a piece of paper that says that I don't get anything if we split, and I had six of your kids and didn't do anything for myself? Like, it was a little different. But today, if you guys are both bringing something to the table, whether or not the balance is off, you can still, talk to this person, and especially if you're not a scumbag, and you could just flat out say, "Yo, listen, I'm not trying to take anything of yours." Uh, and if you pick the right one, they're gonna come back at you with the same energy. So that conversation needs to happen. If you are communicating with somebody, and you're thinking of getting serious with them, and you bring up prenuptial agreement and they start fussing, that's a red flag in my book.
facts. And
Facts.
Rabbit, don't get me wrong. If I had a choice, I too would rather get rid of the toxins and keep my shit. But also I have
It
to
depends on your relationship too, though.
I,
'Cause
I have to understand that this system isn't really made for men to keep their shit. Like, so it's like when I'm saying that is like, if I could make it happen as a male, oh yeah, yeah, of course I'm gonna get rid of my toxins and keep my stuff. But if I didn't, get her to sign a prenup early on, the likelihood of us getting a divorce and me trying like of me walking away with that 100% of my stuff. I mean, if you could pull that off, you the goat.
Getting out.
well, then it goes like the question of what kind of relationship you ultimately want. Of course, you don't want to date right now for seriousness, but ultimately, what you ultimately want down the line, do you want the housewife or do you want the woman that helps you? She has her own side job. That's the question you need to ask yourself for the most part. If you want the
The
housewife
answer to
and
that,
then
I
not
just
sign a
want the
prenup,
woman that's gonna help me do all the dope shit I'm doing,
So then you
which
want
I
to be
feel like
somebody that's
pretty
isn't
gonna
much be
be
your
even
partner.
really asking for much.
So to be your partner and help you with to build your empire, right?
Help me with the dope shit I'm doing. Yes,
Yeah, but you want her to sign a prenup with that, right?
depends.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. On she uses her time. Time we have is valuable to us, each individually as human beings. You want her to spend her time building the Laser Empire, but you want her to sign a prenup as
Okay,
well.
okay, okay, okay.
You hear
The
yourself,
reason why I
right?
say depends because that is what I'm looking at in the dating phase of the relationship. If we are building together in the dating
Uh-huh.
phase, like we're already doing dope shit, no, I'm not going to even offer the prenup.
Okay, that's what I was. That's what I wanted to get to. I was like, that's what I said. It's kind of a case by case basis. Pretty much the relationship and the talks you have with your other
Because
individual.
she's
That's
helping
pretty much
me.
about it.
She's being a complete partner at that point. She's helping me, which
Exact.
means that
Only thing I don't
she's
like
in a she's building it. It's hers too. Like she's
exactly.
taking ownership of it. So no, I wouldn't ask her to do a prenup. That would be fucked up.
Now the ones that come in halfway in and they do not help, oh, slap them in the face with the prenup after you slap them with your dick. But you know what I mean. But like,
Facts.
but the ones that start from the ground up and spend their time and effort to helping you, yeah, then I understand people saying, hey, she deserves. half is maybe a much. It all depends on your circumstance. Like Jeff Bezos, like people that have these billions and
Yeah,
trillions
yeah,
and
yeah.
crazy amount of money.
Jeff
Do you
Bezos' wife,
think they're batting
crazy.
an eye? Wait, his wife took half, and then he gained so much more during the quarantine. Do you
Hey,
think he
that's trying
gives
to
a
be
fuck
me.
right now? Do you think he cares
Exactly.
about his wife taking half?
That's literally what that's the time I'm on.
That
But if a girl
motherfucker.
took, but if a girl took half of your shit right now, you'd be pissed. Do you think he's pissed right now that his wife took half? Do you think he gives a fuck?
All right,
That's the question I'm trying to get you to
Let me
understand.
address what
Do
you
you
just
think he
said.
gives a
If she
fuck?
took half of what I have right now, that
Mhm.
wouldn't happen. And here's why. Because she would have had, for her to get half, she would have had to make it through all the little check boxes of our dating phase, and she should be building with me. So if that happened and she got half, she deserved that half. Now, if she
Okay.
wasn't building with me, I've already pushed
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
prenup.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's different.
I've already
But
pushed the prenup, and if she
wait, how
denied
long
the
Jeff Bezos
prenup, we're
knows his
not
wife?
together.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like she's built with Jeff. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying the same thing. If she built with you, then of course you're not gonna hit with a prenup because she's worth it.
No,
Half.
no. But you said like, would I be mad? No, because she helped me build it. Like if she left me right now and she got half, I wouldn't be upset because she helped me build it. That means she deserved half. I'm not upset. It goes back to what I said earlier. Enjoy your half of the empire. I'm petty. I'm gonna sit back on my throne and watch you burn it down to the ground. And guess what? I'm gonna continue to build this empire, and I'm gonna even make it look doper. Like I'm so petty to the point where it's like I would know what she thinks is dope, and then I would take my money and I would do that, and I would do petty shit. I would put that shit on a billboard. Like I would make it so that she would see how dope I am without her. That's laser petty.
You think you have to go out of your way to show
Yeah.
your ex that
Okay.
you're doing
All right.
better?
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Cause I was about to.
Yeah,
I was
she over there
about to
living in
say-
your head, run free at that point, my boy.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
bro
they
if I
do,
got
they-
all the money in the world, a successful company, and life is good, shit.
She living in your
What you
head, run
mean?
free, my boy.
But she's all right. Thank you. I'm glad. All right.
What you mean? I'm gonna get petty and make money off the pettiness.
Well, we're not.
What do
I'm
I
not
care?
Saying, I'm not saying you're not going to make money and continue to prosper. What I'm saying is, would you care? That if you're going to be petty
about
towards
what?
her, if she took half,
No,
then why
because
would you
that's
say
the
you'd be petty towards her?
oh no. I'm not gonna be upset that she took half, but I'm still gonna be upset we got a divorce.
So your car, your all right, your car.
Please.
That's where the
Test
pettiness
drive
come
the
from.
car, my bro. Test drive
Like
that car.
I'm not gonna be upset because she got half because she earned it. But am I upset that we got a divorce in the first place? Oh yeah. I'm steamed. Like, and that's where the pettiness come from. After the legal and all that's done, it's like, all right, okay, go live your life. But don't turn on CNN. Don't read the New York Times to see what Laser's doing.
Well, of course, if you're all right, if you're big enough, people want to see what you're doing, whether you like it or not.
Facts.
That's not the question I'm asking. You're going to go out your way to show her, hey, I'm doing just fine. Like some how Stella got her groove back type shit. Like, hey, I'm doing good. That's what I'm trying to get you to see.
Yes. And I'm gonna make money off of it.
Okay, Laser.
I don't see the problem.
Okay, Laser, we got you. All right.
But for real, like, you know, the podcast shit is dope. Are we doing this next week? Like, what is our schedule for this shit? Like, 'cause
Do we
it was
even have a
already
schedule?
like, I mean, but because it was already like trouble enough to get all of us on. Like we've been playing this shit for damn near what 3 weeks now, and now we're
Oh, I
finally
was messing
doing
because
this.
I just started work because I didn't know what my schedule was. I know my schedule is now.
Didn't you get fired?
No, he didn't get fired.
Oh, I didn't know. He started work, and the last time I heard he got fired.
Who the fuck said he got
I
fired?
got fired.
Bro, I could have sworn last time like we was in a conversation. I swear he said something about he got fired on his day off.
I said, yo, I don't know what my schedule is. That's what was having trouble getting this done. I was like, I don't know what my schedule is. They haven't hit me up. I was like, I don't know what my schedule is. And Terrence was like, you got fired on your day off? It was a joke. I've been working for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's working.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you didn't get fired, bro.
I just didn't know what my schedule was. But now, since I'm working, I know what my schedule is now. That's the only reason why. Because I was getting like 7 o'clock in the morning, just hoping, hey, is my manager online for me to say, hey, what are we doing today? It's just, this whole training schedule has been fucking unorganized. I'm just waking up at 8 o'clock with scheduled time, and I'm just sitting on Skype, just waiting for my manager to hit me up.
So we can do this next Sunday. Is Sunday's the day we do this? This
Yeah,
is like for the listeners that want to like maybe tune in to
Weekends are cool
episode
for me.
2.
Yeah, weekends are dope for me. Either Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. We'll figure. We'll scrape this shit out eventually.
Cause I know like a lot of people like to hit me up for shenanigans on like Friday and Saturday, and like Sundays are like my more chill day because I'm preparing for the week, so I have a little bit more time.
Yeah, Sundays will probably be optimal for all of us. Probably.
Yeah, that works, man.
Cool. So we about to wrap up episode 1. How long is this shit? This shit's about to be. This shit hit 3 hours. Lord.
I just got back to. It's just about to be over. I was just starting to have fun with you, boy.
Yeah, we just hit 3 hours.
It's 10 minutes from 9:30, and that's my bedtime. So I'm looking at the clock.
It's all good. I gotta go to sleep in like next hour anyway. It's all good.
Yeah. Like we did some good talks. They said encore. Hello. Yeah.
Encore. Yeah. Hey, man. What's up? What's up with?
I mean, if we gave out all the content now, there wouldn't be an episode 2. Y'all
bro,
gotta just tune in.
There is no such
what's up with
thing.
episode 2? Let's solidify.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I had like a couple things because I told you, Terrence, I was like, yo, I just found out about Kevin Samuels, dog, and I've been looking at all his fucking videos.
Oh my god. So
but it makes so much sense.
There's a lot of sense.
God.
All right, I got one final topic I'm gonna talk to you, my boys, right? Because there's some shit that Kevin Samuels he fucking said. If y'all don't know who Kevin Samuels is, black dude, YouTuber,
that's the last one for me.
Alpha male type mentality shit, right? He does a lot of relationship talks, and he makes a whole lot of sense because he has a very assertive way of talking, and he makes you want to think the way that he's thinking, right? But he did say one thing that makes a lot of sense, and when I reflected it based on my life, right, it holds true, right? So, do you believe this statement? Men initiate the relationships in life while women initiate the sex, and that's how it is, and that's how it will forever
you
be.
Potting now. You potting. Dang, and I'm trying to leave.
So when
Damn, can we say that for episode 2?
Kevin Samuels has some bars. I ain't gonna lie, dog,
bro.
I was like, what the fuck? Y'all spent like 3 hours.
Cause I'm gonna need a week to think about that.
God damn.
A week?
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a week. I was like, yo,
that's a loaded. We gonna have to come back to that. That's some good content right there.
Ooh, all right.
Yo, go ahead and type that up and pin it, and we'll come back to that.
All right.
Yes, I'm getting 10 head outplayed in my entire life.
I mean, at least I have time to do some research on what you said this guy's name is. Kevin Rogers?
Kevin
Samuels, dog.
How do you spell initiate? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now we got technically 3 topics for episode 2.
He's so direct and assertive. Like, yo, that shit fucked me up. just watching this shit.
But why is that question so deep? I don't really get it. What if it's true?
Yo,
or
yo,
it's not?
yo, we'll come
Yo.
back to it episode 2, dog.
Yo, thank you,
I'm not
Chris.
saying another word.
Yo, he needs time to think.
It's time to think. Hold on, wait. Let me. Oh my goodness, bro. There's this one chick that I was talking to who fucking. Every time he posts a video, every time he goes live, she's there within like the first half of a millisecond, soaking up every single word because she wants a man that lives exactly by his words also, and it's so tilting.
Yo, I thought it was gonna be like a bunch of hate, and I look in the comment like, yo,
Nah,
this
he has
woman,
a fucking
it starts
cult.
off hate, and then it goes, yo, I just like I hated you at first, but I started listening to what you were saying, and the way you say it, yeah, maybe I don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. I remember he was taking jabs at Steve Harvey for making that fucking Men Are From Mars, whatever the hell that book was. It's like, hey, Steve Harvey told you what you wanted to hear. I'm telling what you need to hear. I fucking lost it.
Yeah. He's definitely a realist. I'll give him that. But man, bro, this motherfucker's annoying to me. Annoying as hell to me, bro. He's annoying as hell.
Remember this was wrapping up? All right now.
Let's
All right,
see.
T, take it away.
Well, take it away. Shall I? I guess it's gonna wrap up the episode 1 of the Broken Table podcast. I'll drop that in there for y'all if y'all want to look at that shit later.
Thank you.
My name is Terrence. We got Langston, we got Justin, and then we also have Laser. We'll probably be back here next Sunday. Sunday?
That works.
Sunday works?
Yeah,
I'm with the shit. I'm with the shit.
Yeah, I'm with the shit. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be. This was some good shit.
Where
I was really skeptical about doing this shit, but I mean,
yo, we're just talking.
It's
Something
alright.
we've done for the
This is
past
usually how we
decade.
done in Xbox parties, dog.
Right.
Literally what we do. After we're done playing the game, we'll be just sitting there for like a good hour just talking about stupid shit.
Just talking about whatever the fuck. But yeah.
yeah,
You
but
got
this is
shout
like
outs?
more structured though. This is like more structured conversations. Like the past conversation was just like whatever like popped into our head, and we just went down rabbit holes, and those rabbit holes went down rabbit holes. Like this is actually like
Well, yeah,
we
we're-
have kind of topics.
Yeah, we're trying to stay on topic, right? We're involved in chat and whatnot.
It's
Getting a
more
little
organized.
bit, yeah, a little bit more organized, but it's still the same shit. We're not limiting ourselves. We're not taking away from our individualities. It's just us. You feel me?
But sometimes going off topic and going off the rails on rants and shit, that should be what the audience live for.
Yeah, because I saw
Facts.
some people in the chat, they was fucking with that. Yo, some people was speaking that shit, so I'm like, hey, it don't matter to me. Dog.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not over the shit Rabbit said about the fucking graphic shit. We gonna revisit that.
Yo, just pin it,
Apologize
dog.
for it.
Oh yeah, he did. But yo, just we'll come back to it. But all right, man, we're gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna try to slap this on YouTube either today or tomorrow. 100% tomorrow. So you guys can give it to whoever y'all need to give it to, and yeah, should I make? Yeah. Cool. All right,
Yeah,
boys.
we don't really have an outro, I guess.
Yeah,
So-
we don't.
Nah,
Yo,
this is
chill
my
out.
first go
Yo,
at it.
yo, chill out. White man, chill out.
Wait, what do you?
Chill out.
Aggressive
Chill out.
used. Wow.
I'm gonna come up with an outro for this thing.
Yo, yeah, do it, dog. Well, this, like I said, just episode
not,
1.
Not
We're
by
gonna,
music, but just like like I don't know,
you're gonna
poetry. I don't know.
figure out a way how to get off the Discord call without being mad awkward.
Yo, I mean, I'm just gonna end it like I end my streams. Omni out. Peace.
Oh yeah, this isn't right. Ah, nice. Oh well, bye. Huh. Yep, there we go. The Justin plug. He streams Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't have a schedule because I be working and shit. I normally stream at night though, around this time. And yeah, Who Let the Dogs Out ending theme song. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you so goddamn much. So goddamn much. But man, yeah, this has been a conclusion to episode 1. I don't know how many fucking times I have to say this shit. And yeah, I'm gonna just end stream now. I love y'all. Wait, should I raid somebody? I don't even know how many people are here. I've been hiding my viewers the entire time. We have 10 people here. What the fuck? I have 10 people talking to chat. All right, let me stop. Let's see. Who's streaming right now? Who? Yo, W stream. W fucking stream. Who do I give y'all to? I give y'all to Sean? Playing Roblox? What the hell? He's playing Apex? What the fuck? I know where we're going. We're going to TC. We're going to TC. I'm about to listen to some music, wrap up some more behind the scenes shit. Everybody plug their shit, yeah. And I'll see y'all next week. Sleep stream ain't coming? Nah, ain't no sleepy stream. It's about to be music. Live freaking music. Stay up, man. I've been on my own for so long. Now